Hello, everyone. The music's not on. I'll be right back. Someone else is going to say hi.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Not Great RPG, where we play Dungeons and Dragons as best as we fucking can. It is sometimes, great. Not really. It's never great. No, I'm kidding. Of course we're great. We're doing our best. But hope you all are doing very well on this fine Tuesday evening. We are going to be, once Don fixes the music and actually
There it is.
gets us all set up and returns, we'll be going around introducing our players and the characters that they utilize here in the City of Oshuamp. I will do a brief recap and then we will hop back into the action. But as for now, I think it's going to be a very fun holiday finale, as this is sadly our last episode of Oshuamp before we take our 2-week break for the holidays, and we'd be returning back in early January. But I'll do my best to make sure that this is an extra fun evening for everyone involved. Great. Especially you, Don.
I hope so.
That sentiment makes me nervous.
But also excited.
Right? Go ahead, Don.
I'm Don all the time, and I play Ether in this campaign.
Mm-hmm. I'm never Lawrence, and I'm still not Lawrence today.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also playing Yalumla.
Mm-hmm.
Now, will you ever be Lawrence?
No.
Okay.
Any
That's all.
questions?
No follow-up.
Oh no, we can't hear
You
him.
can't hear him.
Paul.
He's muted. Paul! Paul! Unmute yourself. Paul!
I like to think that he's just pantomiming it.
Paul!
Hello!
Let me go check.
This is Paul when he's playing Felix.
Correct. The Green Man.
Can he hear
The
us?
cursed green man.
I think he can hear us. You can hear us, right, Paul?
Yeah, he definitely was
yeah.
looking like he was waiting for the opportunity to introduce himself.
I did it!
Oh,
Yay!
yeah!
It's my
Welcome
first to
back.
talk. Yay!
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Paul and I play Felix.
Very good.
I'm the unluckiest Glenn, and I play the luckiest boy Vorst.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Sarah, and I play Ritora.
Mm-hmm.
We'll leave it there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm DJ. I play Nesgrim. Nesgrim, and I play DJ. That's what I meant.
One and the same. Yes, and I am John, the Dungeon Master for the City of Oshuamp. Last week, we don't have to run anymore. We had I guess we could say sorrowful, but happy, in many ways, reunion for our good boy, Vorst.
Good
And-
boar.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Become a boar. Yeah, our good boy, Vorst, and his wonderful long-lost friend, Reirda, having found him finally out here in the woods. We had a long conversation with Reirda about his terrible experiences while he was a captive of the Doom Hall clan of orcs out to the west, to the areas outside of the woods of Narenter. We discussed some of the things that he does have pieces of memory of, as, he was tortured, and it really wasn't like a great time. He's also not the brightest of men. He's a good friend, though. We learned some pieces of information about the Orc Stronghold, the fact that it was constructed out of a curious black stone that felt as though it resonated out, uprising from the ground itself. In a horrifying area, we made the connection that this is the black stone from which the City of Oshuamp is constructed, and we lost our shit for about half an hour. It was a good time. Great build-up from literally the introduction in episode 1. Finally a good payoff. Then we decided to go into the suspicious hole at the bottom of the tree, because
You didn't really describe it as just the holes.
it was a den.
Yeah.
It's a den.
The suspicious
It's
den.
important that it's a den, but, Yeah, we went inside, having been told that Reirda was having difficulty lighting a fire in there, which is really weird, as he's a survivalist that has been out on his own for months. Why would he not be able to light a fire? And, yeah, we went into the dark, terrifying hole and, tried to talk to Camilla, and it worked successfully. Ritora utilizing the sigil that was given to her previously, carving that once more into the ground. Contacted Camilla, and we had a wonderful conversation with our long-lost, worst great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother. Very important lady. We had a wonderful reunion with her in a very curious area that she did not know. It was not the same area in which we had previously been interacting with her. We were surrounded by horrifying wails and moans of agony and just wonderful lands. My favorite place in the world. Paul and Don know. It feels like home.
Are you okay, John?
Yeah.
It's a loaded question.
Baby!
Yeah, eventually escaping from the darkness from which we delved. Returning out from the hole as we communicated with Camilla and she freed us from our imprisonment there. It totally wasn't an imprisonment. I'm just using that word because I love that word. It was absolutely an imprisonment. You're welcome. Freeing ourselves from the terrifying den of whatever creature we decided to delve into that Reirda was utilizing as his temporary home. Came back outside, had a good talk with our friends Ether and Nesgrim about the terrifying interactions, the recognition of Camilla once more being back in our presence, having now been, I guess we could say, finding a bit more sense of sanctuary as we are further away from the area of the Rotting Wood. Ritora utilizing, again, the sigil that was given to her to continue to keep their connection. And then we sat out here and began to make a wonderful lunch and continue our conversations with Reirda. So, we'll be picking back up right here, still in the midst of a wonderful deer stew that Ether was making for us, and the reason for why he did not go down into the den. But we're all here, still, outside, having had our wonderful beginnings of conversation with Reirda.
What did we leave off on?
In terms of conversation topic?
Yeah.
You mean the last thing that you guys were talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last thing that Reirda said
Yes.
had to do with not being able to light a fire in that hole.
Uh-huh.
Right. And then I mentioned that they definitely did.
Uh-huh.
That is concerning.
Which of you was able to even light a fire?
It was you, right?
Yeah, I think it was me.
Yeah. I drew the sigil.
No, none of us lit it.
Correct. Thank you.
There was
No,
no
I
fire?
did.
Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
did?
Nobody lit the fire.
It just lit itself?
I thought sigils were drawn.
They were.
Right.
And then the fire erupted.
That was just the
No,
connection.
Those two
though.
events weren't connected.
Hey.
I
When
mean,
you say erupted,
Yeah.
like we're talking pyro at a concert erupted?
I mean, not to that extreme. It's a very small hole, BJ.
Well, that's why you can see
Very
my
much a Rammstein concert.
you can see my concern.
Full blown.
It killed them instantly.
Flamethrowers.
No,
it was
there was a
great.
small little set of kindling that Reirda was attempting to utilize to light a fire. He wasn't able to do it. Ritora carved a sigil into the dirt, and then the fire erupted.
Great.
What sigil did you draw?
It didn't mean anything. When I last saw Camilla, I gave her a scrap of leather that I had and drew a symbol on it to mark it and identify it, so that if I needed to find her, I had some connection.
Was it just a nonsense sigil? Or does it mean something?
Probably druidic, but I don't know what I would have even...
Yeah, it's entirely your
Yeah.
discretion. You chose the thing.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Uh-huh. It means feast.
I'm going to say probably friend.
Yeah, we'll go with friend.
Yeah, rather than feast.
Those are only
That is
slightly
one of the
different.
same letters. Or two.
Do you think I was going to say feast?
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like, oh, that's cool.
Trapped.
He picked a word? Yeah, let's trust that.
Is it
Carve feast into the ground. The fire starts. Something's cooking.
is it possible Camilla started the fire?
I've memorized it.
Remember? That's a little simple, isn't it?
Yeah.
We didn't start the fire.
Right? No, you guys didn't start the fire, and that absolutely matters.
Is it possible Camilla lit it for you?
That's what I attributed it to, since the last time we saw her was a very fiery, smoky place.
She seemed confused about where we were, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Seems odd that she lit the fire that coincided with our arrival in that place. If she did not know where that place was.
Were there any sparks when you drew in the dirt?
No, it wasn't a magic sigil or anything.
She
it was
traced
just
in the
language.
ground innocently with her finger.
It was just meant to form a connection.
I'm just not going to look up from my book, and I'm going to reach my hand out towards Retora.
Mm-hmm.
Trace it on my hand.
Do the. It's
As she does, I will write it.
You have your
in
little
my
sigil?
notebook.
it's just an X.
Yeah.
I was hoping it'd be a little more complicated than that, but
Add some swirlies. It'll make it.
yeah.
No, it's good.
X marks
like
the
a
spot.
little.
Oh, it's perfect.
I'm just going to nod to myself and continue writing.
Uh-huh.
You know, like the multiplication symbol that has like little like swirlies at the end.
Uh-huh. Even better.
What do you mean even better? What does that mean?
Because now you've given them, like, smoke.
No, I have to look back at the other symbols that I drew before.
Oh, no.
Ones that it just happens to coincide with.
Great.
Yep. Good.
What have you done?
Good.
I didn't. This is.
Put that piece of paper back there innocently. Well, what are we doing, friends?
I don't know, John.
Speaking of fire, how comes the...
I drew a doodle on a piece of fabric.
Good.
Almost done.
Good. We should eat and continue on our way.
Reirda, I hope you are good enough to come with us.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to fucking sit here. Sucked. Can't even start a fire. I mean, I guess you guys can start a fire in there. But if you guys leave, I'm going to be very cold.
We didn't start the fire.
Oh, God.
It's
Always been burning.
I
just didn't notice. Oh!
Well,
Gotta open your mind, man.
what was this place when you found it?
The tree?
Yes.
There's a tree with this weird den thing outside of it. And
Do
the
you-
hole dug down.
Do you know what animal lived here before you?
No, I gave it a good smell and I didn't really detect anything, did you?
Well,
Whatever was out here was probably long gone.
I'm gonna, crap, it's still early in the day, isn't it?
Probably.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, I've been here a couple of weeks.
And nothing has come back?
Yeah,
or-
nothing's come back. Nothing's bothered me outside of the, orcs that were in the surrounding area.
What if it never left the hole?
And it just, like, cuddled me at night or something?
Maybe not cuddled you, but
Why wouldn't it cuddle me?
damn, I don't know how to
a bad
answer
tree.
that question, Reirda. I'd cuddle you.
What?
I believe that from him, actually.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. You're a good friend.
Yeah,
No wonder why Vorse trusts you.
especially if it was to stave off hypothermia.
Cold.
Right.
Yeah, dude, definitely. The old warm cuddle.
That's so much work.
I mean,
Not to change the subject, but Retora,
Yes.
is that tree, is it a bad tree? Are you able to tell?
My perception of that is skewed, but from what I can tell, it seems fine. The further away we get, the more.
wonderful thing you could do, Sarah.
I'm not gonna do it.
All right.
So you don't know
I
if
don't know what you
Melifil
want me to
would
do.
But I'm not going to do it!
Because I thought about detecting magic,
The
and I know
fact
that's a
that you
bad
don't
idea.
know what he wants you to do means you might still do it.
I'm not
I
gonna
don't
do
know
it.
what it is.
I don't know what it is, but I'm not doing it. Whatever it is,
I'll do literally
get it out of my
nothing.
head.
I'm going to make this painfully clear.
Uh-huh.
Felix is not asking you to do anything. He's just asking if you know
Yeah.
if it's a bad tree.
Mm-hmm.
No, I do not know, but when we were at the lake, I saw bad trees.
That weren't there.
They were there, they just were not as I perceived them. They were just regular trees.
Yes, not there.
There
That
was
is what I mean.
there was a tree there.
Divine sense.
There was a tree, but
Yeah.
it
Do
wasn't
you
a
want to
bad
utilize
tree.
Divine Sense? Celestial Fey
Correct.
It was
Fiend,
just
and then
a
can
tree.
you please
Correct.
read me that other half of what Divine Sense detects?
Yay!
Hallowed. Things affected by the hallowed spell.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, gee!
Affected by the hallowed spell, celestial fiend undead, 60 feet, not within 6 feet, not behind total cover.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
What am I getting?
You get the sense that the ground emanating out is in some way affected by the Hallow spell.
That's not necessarily good or bad, right?
Is it coming from the den?
Yes.
It's coming from the hollow.
Yeah.
John, god damn it.
Yeah.
Roleplay.
It's fine.
The hole.
Yes, go on, Nesgrim, tell me about the hole.
Drop your whole knowledge on us.
Oh my god.
The hole is apparently hollowed by or
What
protected.
does that mean?
Hollowed, like dug out. I mean, that's kind of the definition.
No, with an A. Hallow.
Hallowed?
Yes.
What's that?
Define it
protected?
for us.
It's protected.
By what?
I couldn't tell you.
Go look at it.
Go look at the hole.
Uh-huh.
Does anything about the hole seem out of sorts?
Just get your face down next to
I
the
mean,
hole.
you can enter the hole. Again, it's
I
something
don't-
that you need to... you have to crawl into the hole. On your belly, buddy.
I have no interest of sliding. Of
You have no interest,
I mean...
You should
but
not.
Nesgrim
Would
just
Nesgrim-
used divine sense.
When Nesgrim
Seems to be
crawl
your
into
kind of
this
thing.
hole...
yeah, he
No.
would
No.
because he senses a thing
No.
and he can't see what thing is
No.
causing it.
We just came out of the hole, it's fine.
We did. He didn't.
Nazgrim,
He was not in there.
Yeah, you're the one with the cursed hand.
He's the one with the wings.
His wings are fine.
Please check the hole.
I'm gonna go
We need
check
to-
this hole.
He
I'm
seems
gonna
to be
get
the
up and
one that
walk
knows
over
the
to
most about
Nesgrim
this.
and stand outside of the hole near Nesgrim.
Take off all of the gear that I've been carrying, everyone's belongings. I'm
You didn't set
Are
those
you getting
down.
nude?
He's getting in the hole, though. Like,
I used divine sense and there's something weird about this hole. I'm going in.
taking it to the hole.
and I'm
Nothing
gonna,
faster than a greased up Scotsman.
I'm gonna crawl into the hole.
See, now what was once whole is filled. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, so you remove all of your things.
Not my armor and sword and such.
Okay.
Just the extra.
Yeah, the
gear.
extra backpacks
Yeah.
and
Use your
pouches
shield
and
as like
stuff.
a sled.
Probably not.
So you begin crawling down into the hole.
Yeah, crawl into
Okay, so again, it is about like an 8-ish foot descension where it is the width effectively. It is, you're pretty broad shouldered. You're a bigger guy. Like it is a very tight squeeze for you to slide down in here.
Hey, John! I'm gonna try to power through it.
That makes it sound worse.
Damn it, it's not
Don't power through it, man. Ease in.
Honestly, at this point, I don't think it matters what you say.
doesn't.
If there's any connotation that could be taken otherwise, we're gonna laugh about it.
it's fine. Yeah, so you descend on your belly, crawling down into this. Once more, the extent of your dark vision is ridiculously limited. You are not able to see more than a few feet out here, as though this is not just simple darkness.
Cast light on my shield.
You cast light on your shield.
Correct.
Thank you.
God damn it!
Let's get weird.
No.
Yeah, fuck me for wanting to
I'm
see,
good.
I guess.
Don't you have...
Can we close this up?
What was once whole?
Well, he's
I got
gone.
to bury TJ for Christmas.
About how far could I see before my vision was obscured?
So first off, can you please read me the components for the spell light?
I think I can cast it without material components.
If you have your holy focus or your holy symbol.
I should have my holy symbol.
Holy.
A firefly or phosphorescent moss?
Yes, or again, your holy symbol, which would supplant the needs for material components.
I don't.
It is exclusively material components, though, for the spell. No verbal, no somatic.
Verbal.
I told you not to.
Speak, Northgren.
I told you not to do it.
Nobody said it was bad.
Ritor's pacing outside this.
Yes, so you begin
I'm standing
crawling.
outside the hole, like right next to it.
Yeah, absolutely. You see, like, the back of Nesgrim disappear from your vision as he descends down. You, what would you say your holy symbol even is?
I think I had established it before.
I don't know if you have, like, a reliquary or a...
It's just a standard holy symbol.
Wasn't
so
it on your shield?
yeah, I think it was on my shirt.
You emblazoned it on your shield, so it is probably like a reliquary, like a small symbol. Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to say that as you're crawling down... Don, are you all right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Would you like to share with the class?
Are you
So
getting
you-
flashbacks to
You
something?
remember what you made your symbol? Could you say the word again? The
Friend?
word, yeah. You remember the part in Lord of the Rings where speak friend and enter, and then they went into a fucking tomb under the mountain? John knows that, and you've walked into it. So congratulations for that one. We've all seen the movies.
Does that mean I crawled into it?
Yeah.
Shit.
Damn,
At
Don,
first,
spoilers.
we just-
It's fine because we don't have a Pippin in the group.
Don't we?
What symbol was? What druid symbol was it again?
What?
Should I be
Never
offended?
mind.
Friend? It's like an X.
Should I be offended by that?
So
No.
you begin crawling down.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You touch your shield. You'll utilize whatever wonderful words you would typically orient yourself with casting the spell light. As you touch your shield, you get this strange, chilling sensation that emanates out almost as though something from the darkness itself wraps and wreathes around the back of your hand and your fingers. You watch as your palm makes contact with your shield, and this faint illumination spreads out from your palm against your shield, and then is sucked back into the center of it. Please roll your burnout die, despite it being a cantrip.
It's a 2.
Good.
Oh.
Very good, DJ.
Oh. I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers.
You feel this still chilling grip around the back of your hand. It feels faint but magical, as though there is some sense of, I don't know, like lingering electricity would be the faintest description that I could give to you. Like the hairs on the back of your hand begin to elevate, and you feel something strangely vibrating against the back of your hand. And you can only see just barely in front of you.
Well, I'm gonna get out of the hole. If I try to cast light and it doesn't work, I'm out of this hole.
Okay. Are you going to crawl all the way down so you can turn around and crawl up?
Oh, shh.
Or are you going to try to awkwardly shimmy yourself backwards out of this hole, DJ?
Yeah, because there might be people kicking you in there. Felix is standing right there.
I'll pull him out by his feet if he's...
Can't see his feet.
He's in too far.
He disappeared from Felix's sight, and Felix is right next to the hall.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Yep.
Goodness.
Gonna try to shimmy my way up backwards.
So you're going to try to push your way back.
I'm not crawling any deeper into this hole.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you that at the angle of which you're going downwards, you can make an athletics check at disadvantage for attempting to go backwards.
Hubris.
So while he's doing that,
Yes.
would I hear him?
You would
go
hear him.
in and then start to.
You would hear him.
Because I would hear him say the
Yes.
verbal component to cast light.
Did you get a nat one?
No, I rolled a nat 20 and a 19.
Good.
God damn.
You would hear the casting of his spell.
Mm-hmm.
You would hear him mutter. You would not see any sense of the illumination. You would just hear the words. I would say he's casted the spell in front of you. You would probably be capable of remembering that that is specifically what it is that he is casting. And then, yes, you begin to grip, because you gotta push off, you know?
Gotta push off of something.
Yeah, so you begin pressing your hands into the dirt beneath you to push yourself backwards, out, and up. As you sink your hands into the dirt, you feel this strange sense of evaporation around your hands, as though the solid ground of which you are contacting begins to silt away, as though your hands are pressing against sand inside of an hourglass. Sliding. Pushing yourself backwards, slowly, continuing to feel this strange sense of tingling against your forearm.
I'm screaming at this point.
You're screaming?
What are you screaming?
I'm gonna lean down.
Mm-hmm.
I'll switch my focus and I'll try and pull his leg if it's there.
I'll help.
If I see it.
Cool. Yeah, I will give you two the opportunity to reach into the darkness. If you would like.
We're all going
Yeah. Without entering the hole.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
If
yep,
you are
I'll
reaching
reach
into the
Is it a
darkness, you
strength
may
check,
both make
or-
strength checks. Yes, please.
Really? I have advantage and I rolled 2 11s.
It's 11.
And that's -2, so that's a 9.
9. Very good. Sarah?
Flat 15.
Flat 15. Yeah. So, I mean, you, as you are concentrated on this feeling, this strange sensation that still, despite feeling, you know, like, you have your armor on.
Right.
You have effective covering through all this
And
area.
I still feel it.
It feels as though it dissipates through your armor, contacting your skin specifically, as though it ignores, as though it is impassable. And then you feel these strange hands grip your legs. You two pull Nesgrim up, and you watch as the backs of his boots begin to appear as they crest the threshold. Crest the threshold. Oh my god, that's a tongue twister.
You got it.
Out from this dark hole, and you pull Nesgrim out to about waist high. And then you give a second tug a moment later as you catch your breath and you rip Nesgrim out of this hole.
What's the matter?
He's laying here on his belly in the snow.
Start to stand up.
Does he look exactly how he was when he went in? Or does he look different?
No, he doesn't. Doesn't look the same.
Excuse
What
me?
does he look like?
What do I look like?
What do you mean?
As you pull him out, you see that around the hand from which he casted the spell, light, you see this faint disappearing smoke that kind of wreaths around and intertwines through his fingers. As he crests out here and touches the light, you who are in the area would see his hand break through the darkness, and it's almost like a glove still lingers attached to his hand. And then it is struck by light, and it swiftly disperses from around his hand.
Start to stand up. And as I'm standing up, hole's cursed.
Thought you said it was hallowed.
Nope, that's cursed.
How did you know it was hallowed?
The opposite.
That,
I have an eye for that sort of thing.
So you're saying it lied?
Or you're cursed and the hole is good.
That is
That's
true.
also possible,
What
actually.
did you do?
That's actually more like
Literally
Yes.
nothing. I was
We
crawling.
were just in that hole.
I was crawling and I
He's
couldn't.
been
what did you do to our
sleeping
hole?
in
Well, I
that hole.
couldn't see, so I casted light on my shield so I could see, and then it didn't work. Like, it started to spread and then recede, and I started climbing my way back out the way I came.
Just because your spell did not work?
Would you go into a hole where your spells didn't work?
I mean, my sword worked just fine.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
I think I might be
Nothing
cursed.
else happened?
Well, the dirt turned to sand, and I kept just pushing my hands through it into like a cold, vacuous
Nesgrim,
area. Yes.
have you been sharing some of that sap from
No.
Malifel?
No.
you said the hole was hallowed? Is hallowed?
That's the sense I got.
Sand dirt's cursed.
So did the smoke from his hand look like the smoke from the fire?
Yes. We'll also tell you, DJ, that despite having never casted the spell Hallow, you as an individual who is a paladin would also know that the spell Hallow can indeed mark an area and effectively desecrate the ground, imbuing it with unholy power as well as holy power.
Yeah, that ground is cursed. Hallow doesn't always work for protection. It can sometimes be used the other way.
I am
John,
not.
would I have recognized cursed earth?
Not this kind of cursed earth. This is not comparable to what you have experienced.
So it has to be done? It's just not inherently bad. It has to be made bad?
I believe so, yes.
Sarah, to clarify for you, just so this way there is some sense of explanation for you to build upon, the previous desecrated earth that you have experienced feels as though it is pestilent, as though it is rotting.
Yeah.
This was not giving you that insinuation.
Just
There was no
nothing.
horrific odor of anything like that. Something different.
I mean, the ground isn't usually inherently good or evil. It has to be made that way, and that hole is evil.
Was it like this when you found it?
Yeah.
How long have you been sleeping in there?
Yeah, a couple weeks.
That can't be good.
I don't know, nothing's ever happened. I just go down there. It's very cold.
The other thing I
You've
find.
never been able to light a fire down there.
No, I think that's why nothing's bothered me. I just eat out here and then go in there to sleep.
There's a fire lit, right?
Out here?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or
I'm gonna grab a stick,
Mm-hmm.
light it on fire,
Yeah.
and toss it down
Toss it down into the hole?
into the hole.
Yeah, you ignite this stick, you toss it down into this hole, you watch as it descends, and you can see the stick descending, a flame. Strikes the bottom, sizzles for a moment after it hits, the moist wetness of the natural ground, and extinguishes. It's a swift.
did you ever consider that maybe nothing bothered you in the hole not because of you, but because of the hole?
I mean, if it was a den of like a bad thing and animals in the area knew about it, yeah, they wouldn't fuck with it.
But
What
that animal's not here. What drove that animal out?
I do not think it was an animal. We hunted a deer 20, 30 feet away from here.
Right.
So not a predator. It could be something evil that animals would not be
That's what I
afraid
mean.
of directly, but I do not think it was a creature.
Unless it
We
was
were able to hunt
something-
that close.
It reminds me of that story that you told us about. The one that struck a chord with me about the priest going into the woods.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Could this be from an unholy ritual?
And I gotta look at that again.
You mean my unholy ritual with Adrian?
No, the unholy ritual I was
a-
referring to
a-
from the
A
story.
priest who decades ago was exiled from the cathedral and journeyed out into the woods of Nerenter and performed an unholy ritual. And then nobody seems to know the story, and they think that I'm insane.
Well,
These are
that
not
hole
the-
is certainly unholy.
These are not the woods of Narenter, are they?
Correct, these are not
Unholy
holes in
hole.
there. It's an unholy hole.
I hate you so much.
Unless,
know.
unless
Well,
Nesgrim,
well, Retor, we got our
is-
answer. It's a bad tree.
It is certainly a bad tree.
Unless
yes.
it's not.
We don't know if it's a bad tree. It's definitely a bad hole.
It doesn't like you. That's what we know.
But it's still funny.
I wouldn't say it doesn't like me. Well, certainly it doesn't like me. Do you think I should continue the rest of the way down?
Maybe if you don't cast anything. I mean, we were in there. He has slept in there. It's been
Would anybody
fine.
Can someone
Your
come?
sword
Look
works
at
just fine.
him. He's not fine.
I will go
Well,
with you,
he's-
Nesgrim.
I mean, he's as fine as he's always been.
Thank you. Does anyone else want to go down with me?
I would offer, but I fear that both of us down there is the worst idea.
Nesgrim, you shouldn't go in there.
I don't.
Reirda, is it?
Yeah.
Was changed. Perhaps whatever changed him protects him from whatever this curse or hallowed thing is.
Fair.
And what about us?
We were just fine.
We didn't cast
Were
any
we?
spells.
That. Exactly. You just threw a stick down there. It seems to be the same hole. As long as he
It's
doesn't
as
cast.
if the space itself didn't want me to use my magic.
Let me.
Were
It
you
didn't
able to
want you
use
to-
your magic?
It was difficult,
But did it work?
yes.
Then it is possible. Perhaps Nesgrim is
Yes.
just weak.
It's also possible.
I mean, I think
I
Felix
mean-
might be a stronger magic user than Nesgrim.
That's very
No
true.
offense.
I would hope.
He's been doing
He
it
screams
longer.
when he casts, so
If this is truly something that you would want to do, I'll pop my sword,
Let me
hand you my moon sword.
check something first before we do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pick up a stick,
Yeah.
touch it to my shield,
Mm-hmm.
cast light on it.
Sure.
I'm gonna toss the stick in the hole.
You toss the stick in the hole. As soon as it breaches the threshold of the hole, gone. You don't see the stick with light on it.
So it doesn't like light.
Take a torch.
Doesn't like magic, I think, but we've established that now. I
Sword.
think.
Yes, he has the Moon Touch sword from Vorse now, which I did say definitively works inside of there, and there is reason.
We have to see what's down there. We can't just leave it here, right?
Well, you seem to be the... I don't want to say it. You seem to be the expert in this.
The whole
area.
master.
I'm not
You are an expert in holes.
You are a holy warrior, Nesgrim, are you not?
Holy war.
Is that what that means?
I do fight some holes.
Make sure you have your holy symbol.
Mm-hmm.
All
Did
right.
we establish whether or not Nesgrim is considered undead?
Can you?
Was that something that we had established
Yeah,
in
he's
the
not
past?
undead. He was brought back to life successfully. Revivify makes him not undead.
yeah, he's not undead.
He's only undead in the sense that he was once dead.
Dead.
And he's no
no,
longer
I'm not
dead.
Yes.
Unless it's just a
You
dirt
do
trying
not
to reclaim
remain
me.
undead.
Good.
Remain.
Thank you, Bob.
I mean, you were a vampire at one point. You did get.
Yeah,
bit.
I was undead for some time.
Yep.
All right, Ether, let's crawl into this hole.
Sure,
Oh
Nesgrim.
boys.
Yell if you need me.
Mm-hmm.
I will.
You can count on that.
For you to
Okay.
yell.
You
and
yell if
Yes.
you need me.
So the two of you are going into this hole.
Mhm.
No one else is accompanying them.
I'm
Just the
gonna
two of you.
pace outside again.
I'm
Oh.
thinking about it.
Actually, I'll hand them a. Do I have rope?
I'll pee while he's
We
thinking.
should have rope, right?
Yeah, there's rope in my bag. Felix needs to know.
Just in game.
I'm gonna look at Yalumlo.
coming,
I
Felix?
can't let them go alone.
That's fair. Would you like to go
I
with
mean,
them? Or do you want Vorse or I to join them?
I'm gonna close my book. Well, only for a moment.
Okay.
I'm gonna set them down with
Yell if you
one
need us.
end of the rope.
Uh-huh.
I'll nod and I'll
Good.
follow these whole boys in.
Makes me very happy. Remember when you said you weren't going to do the
That's
thing?
not the thing. I know that's not the thing. There's no way you thought that of that.
Sure.
Mhm.
No, John.
Yeah.
It's fine.
No.
If you guys are going down, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Forgive me if I'm not really interested in this as much as I should be. I got some catching up to do.
I understand.
I think Nesgrim and I probably should not be
Yes.
Not in that tight
tight
hole.
quarters.
You want me to hold the rope? I can pull harder than you can.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna go sit down next to my buddy.
Yeah.
With my Nesgrim fishing line.
Gonna put Nesgrim on a leash.
It's fine.
We really should have that anyway.
It's fine. I'm sure this is
We had a
not
Retora leash,
the
but
Yeah.
somebody
gate
broke
to the
it.
realm of the dead.
Sorry.
No, Don, that's a Hunter's
I
Folly.
know.
This isn't Hunter's Folly. This isn't the realm of the dead.
Definitely not a
Paul knows.
Just gonna take Grimdar and Bran. I mean,
certainly not a back.
I dive in the hole.
Grimdar.
all right. Well, see you whole boys later.
Yep. Yeah, so I mean,
Who's going in the hole with me?
it's
Me and
just
Phil.
you.
Just us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Paul.
Okay.
Paul's coming along, he said, for a bit.
Great.
So,
You got
yeah.
a rope.
I'll see you three in a
I'll
moment.
hold the other end of the rope.
Yep.
I'll tug twice if I need something.
Oh, really in?
I will yell if we need something.
Fantastic. Who of you is going down first?
Probably Ether.
Yeah.
He has the
You
light.
have the sword.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you.
I'm gonna slide down feet first. I'm not gonna be dumb about it and go on my head.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You're going to treat it like a slide?
Yes.
Oh no. I guess I'm also treating it like a slide.
You said it was really steep.
Yeah, it's a pretty harsh, to climb.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Slide down.
Yep.
Okay, who would go after Ether, just so this way I know our order?
Probably me.
It would be Nesgrim, because I'd be thinking about it a little bit.
Yeah, it'd be me.
Okay. Yeah, so you, I guess, hold the sword in front of you.
Yep.
Point down, I hope.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
In
Point
case
down.
things get bad.
Maybe with the hilt braced against your feet,
Yeah.
Cool.
Point
Yeah,
down.
so you hold the sword, and you begin to slide down the hole. You, as the individual who comes down and lands here first, I'll describe the interior of the hole to you as well. You slide down that about 8 to 9 feet worth of descension. You strike cold dirt at the bottom. It feels slightly moist under your ass because, again, there's snow
Yep.
all around. It's
Yeah.
going to definitively seep into the soil. It is not very large. It feels as though it's maybe only 5 to 6 feet in radius. So I mean, somewhat large in terms of the entirety of it. But you just see on the ground this small sense of illuminated only by the 5 feet of bright and then 5 feet of dim. So you're able to see
Yeah, the whole
the cavernous walls. You're able to see everything down here. You see on the ground a small remnant of what looks like kindling and the smoking black embers of a little campfire. There's nothing else in here.
I'm gonna
And then-
step out of the way.
Yep. You take a step forward and then you slide down as well. You come crashing down and land here, and you see this illumination from Ether holding this moon-touched sword up into the sky.
About how tall is the hole?
Oh, in height? About 8.5 feet.
Okay.
Guys are standing here. Felix, you make your way down as well.
Yep.
3 of you are standing here, illuminated by this little moon-touched short sword.
Do we see anything out of the ordinary or just a hole?
Looks like a hole in the ground.
Do I see the symbol on the ground?
In the dirt that Retora carved? Yeah, I mean, it might be lightly obscured by the fact that you guys just landed here, but it would still be the same curious X shape
Sure.
right next to the campfire.
I'm gonna divine sense again.
Yeah, you get absolutely that you are in an area that is touched by the hallowed spell.
Yeah,
It does not give you the information for what the spell does, correct? Can you please look at Divine Sense for me? It
It
just tells you
doesn't.
that it is.
right.
Good.
You just sense anything affected by the hollow spell.
Yeah, absolutely. You can tell that this feels as though it is almost like a sanctuary.
Oh, great.
I'd relay that. Yeah, this is definitely hollowed ground.
Interesting.
You get the faint odor of tree roots as you can see some of them right above you at the edges of the height of the cavern. Beyond that, it just smells like wet soil down here. Faint drippings of mud, the little bit of ash and smoke from the campfire that was illuminated.
Ether, hold my hand real quick.
Sure.
Thank you. And I'm gonna touch a wall.
Sure.
Is my hand like sand again, or is it a solid wall?
Feels like a solid cavernous wall against the edge of your palm, cold to the touch.
When I was trying to climb out before, my hands were sinking into the ground. I thought maybe that would apply to the walls down here as well.
Did I get any indication of those spots when I slid down where he would have sunk, or was it smooth straight down?
Smooth straight down. You might have hit little bumps in terms
Sure.
of what would be natural groove formations in the dirt. You might have hit like a stone or something, because
Sure.
again, you're wearing pants and things like that.
Sure, but
You
nothing
would
that
feel a
felt
little bit-
like he was.
No, did
backing
not feel
up.
as though
Yeah.
you were falling through a vacuous space.
Yeah.
No, not remotely.
Should I retrace the symbol?
I was thinking that.
I don't know about that.
He's also considering casting light again.
I would not advise that.
Probably not, but
I would rather you do that than us trace that symbol.
just to see what happens. At least now I have backup if something does go very wrong, with more backup at the ready.
If you want to, I could also try to light my brazier and see what happens.
Your brazier?
Yes, if there is something here that is being protected, if it is a spirit, perhaps I can communicate with it.
Sure, if you'd like to give that a try, it's actually not a bad idea.
Okay. Start taking my stuff out.
Sure.
Would you like me to? I'll reach my hand out. Hold that.
Yes, please. Thank you. I hand you the sword.
Yeah.
Hmm?
You hold this moon touch short sword up out in front of your face over where Ether sits in the dirt. Pull your brazier out. What are you putting in your brazier? Are you putting herbs, or are you putting simple kindling like that is here on the ground in front of you?
I'm gonna put herbs and a little bit of the dirt.
Okay. What herbs?
The herbs that I would normally use for my ritual.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to be using the half ounce of each of those herbs. Just so you know, because again, it expends it. I'm not telling you this so this way you do not do it.
Sure.
I'm telling you because it is an exhaustible resource.
Yeah.
You are out here gathering. I'm not opposed to you doing the thing. I simply want you to be in mind with the fact that it is an exhaustible resource for you.
Sure.
If you want to do that, you are more than welcome to do it.
I'll try it with just the kindling and the dirt first, and see if anything happens.
When you say dirt, do you
Like
mean...
some of the dirt from the ground.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify to
Yeah,
make sure
yeah,
that
yeah.
you didn't have a dirt
No.
that I was forgetting that was special.
Yeah, just some dirt from
Yeah,
the
you
ground.
take some of the dried, brittle pieces of the kindling that is here on the campfire, you put it inside, and you... How do you ignite it?
I assume
You
I
use
have...
your tinderbox and things like that?
Yeah.
Are you trying to see whether or not you're utilizing magical means, or if you are utilizing traditional material means?
It would have to be material means. I don't have any magical way to make fire. I have
Absolutely.
Sacred Flame, but that's not...
Yeah, no, it's not
Actually
going
fire.
to remotely do that. That's radiant
Yeah.
damage. Yeah,
Yeah.
so you take out your tinderbox and you take a moment or two and you light your brazier. You watch as it catches. Your brazier illuminates. Get the little bit of heat and warmth that extend out from the fires as they lick up from the edges of the bowl.
And I don't get any sense of anything.
Are you attempting to do something?
Yes, yeah. I'm trying to do the same type of actions that I would do with my ritual without the use of the herbs. Just attempting to try to detect
I will remind
anything.
you that when you utilize your ritual, you have something of the individual inside of the brazier when you ignite it, as well as utilizing the herbs.
Yeah.
All you have in here is kindling.
Yeah.
So attempting to do the ritual to me feels unsound.
Yeah,
Does that
I
make
was just
sense?
trying with the dirt because I wasn't sure if like something had decomposed here.
Sure.
If it would be in the dirt.
That is not the belongings of an individual.
Sure.
That is the way that I would clarify that
no,
to you
that's
in
fine.
terms of why, if you are attempting to utilize the ritual, that would not fit the means for
Yep.
what you have been educated on for doing.
Sure.
You simply see the light looking up from the lid of the bowl.
Well, we could always try this. reach back and just grab a couple strands of hair and just drop them in the bowl.
Yeah. You watch as his hair strikes the fire and singes, begins to swiftly disappear.
I don't think that is how it works, Nesgrim.
Well, it seemed to not like me, so I thought
Sure.
put me in the fire, see what it does to the area around.
I don't know that we can spare the herbs to do the complete ritual. I was hoping that something would present itself, but
I can always just still try to cast light and see what happens.
suppose we could also dig down and see what is under this space.
I wish that weren't such a good idea.
Can I
Yes, Paul.
history roll on something? Oh my god, I can't even remember his name. What's his goddamn name?
Ostador?
No,
Arthur?
Arthur. Something Arthur said about digging or going down.
Yes.
Okay, because I can't remember. Oh, thank God. So it's a 25.
25? I will tell you that Arthur definitively told you that there are areas out here in the woods, especially as you get closer towards either north towards the reaches of the mines or east towards Felfarthen, that he said would be treacherous to dig in. As though there are
Okay.
things out here that are buried.
Perhaps we shouldn't dig. How far north are we? Pretty far, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yes.
guys are still
Are-
outside of the edges of the marshes as well.
Okay.
Would there be enough space for the entire party to fit in this hole?
Entire part of what? I'm sorry.
The entire group, all of us. Would there be enough space for all of us to fit in the
No.
hole? Okay.
No, not 7 people.
Fair.
It's 6 of you guys plus Reirda.
Arthur warned us about digging. Maybe not.
Fair.
Well, I'll cast light and let's see what happens then, and we can go from there.
I will tell you guys as well, as you are standing in this area, you do not see any signs of the dirt at your feet that would indicate to you as though it looks like it's soft soil. It looks all flat and hard. I do not want to tell you what that would perceivably indicate, but it looks as though it's not like upturned soil. It doesn't look like it's soft. As you landed and you
Yeah.
walk around here, it feels pretty hard
What
beneath
about
your
the
feet.
walls?
The walls themselves, yeah. Yeah, there are small grooves and stuff. You see the dissenting, roots, pieces of it that descend down from the tree above you.
Yeah, as if this is not necessarily the hole is natural, but the dirt itself has not been
Disturbed.
tilled. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, here it goes, I guess.
Sure.
Light.
Yeah, you once again utilize the spell Light on your shield. You guys watch as Nesgrim contacts the holy symbol emblazoned on his shield, speaks words, and attempts to cast the spell Light. And you watch as from around the edges, so you guys have the total illumination here, because you have 5 of bright from the moonlit sword, 5 of dim from the moonlit sword. You as well have the brazier lit.
Yep.
Okay? The smoke from the brazier is elevating out from the heights of the flame that exist inside of it. You can see that from the dark, shadowy parts of Nesgrim's shadow, this strange, once more, licking, smoke-like substance wreath around from behind him and snuff out the light on his shield as he casts the spell.
Now, is it his shadow moving like some Peter Pan shit?
It does not
or is
look
it
like
just-
his shadow
Okay.
moves. It looks as though it reaches out from his shadow.
Great.
Nesgrim.
So, like, if you look, this side behind me, where
Yeah.
I can see in my image,
Yeah.
I can see my shadow.
Right.
It would
Extend out.
extend
from that.
out. So you would still see the form of his shadow.
Yep.
You would just see this smoke kind of break through. As though it absolutely would look as though it births from his shadow itself.
Lovely.
Uh-huh.
I'm in the birthing hole.
And Nazgrim,
Yes.
it's eating your light.
DJ
Correct.
as well. Roll your burnout die.
That's really crooked.
Yeah, it's cocked.
Okay. 9.
You're good.
That's very
You feel
odd.
this strange sensation once more wreath around your hand as you watch as well. Because, I mean, you'd be looking at what you're doing. You would have this view of this smoky-like darkness extend out from your shadow, snuff out this light over your shield, and you feel this strange chill once more kind of wriggle around your fingers as though, I mean, it's going to sound gross, but it feels as though there are small, like, little bugs or something wiggling around over your palm and the back of your hand. There's nothing there. All you see is this smoke that trails simply and then disperses very swiftly.
It's not affecting the moon touch sword at all, though.
Not remotely.
Should I try?
To cast light?
Yes.
Perhaps try to cast it on yourself first. Then I'm curious what would happen if we were to cast it onto the wall.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take my little skull lantern off of my side and cast light on the little skull lamp.
Yeah, you hold this up and you, again, attempt to create light in this skull lantern. And from out behind you, again, from the edges of the cavern itself, it feels like your shadow extends out. This strange smoke wriggles across your bicep, up your forearm, shakes your hand. You watch this small spark ignite within your lantern, and then it's snuffed out. And then the smoke disperses, and you as well have this strange vibrational wriggling sensation like electricity in the hairs on the back of your hand and arm.
Like my arm's like asleep almost.
You get
Like
a
that
little
type
bit
of feeling?
You get, yeah, if you, like that feels fair in terms of, again,
Yeah.
pins and needles. That would be the same sensation
Sure.
you would get if you were to have a foreign thing crawling along your skin.
So I'm gonna. I mean, I'll ask if I can roll history on if I know of any smoke-like substance that eats magical light.
You may.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, I would tell you that there are advanced uses of the spell Darkness that consume light inside of an area. Lights produced by magical means. Consume. As though you're feeding me. God damn it.
Consume
It's
light.
all fine.
So it could be a spell, but I'm not sure because when we were down here before, like we were somewhere else. Like we were in a different place, different plane. I'm not sure. It didn't make sense that Ritora drew a sigil. It doesn't mean much. Fire was created and this eats light. I don't like this place.
No, this place is different and feels wrong.
I do wonder if...
Nazgrim,
Yes.
are you able to spread your wings? No, not now, but are you able to?
When I cry, yes.
I mean today. I'm asking if you can do it today. I don't know if you've used your cooldown.
Oh, at some point today? Sure.
Yeah, you have not used it today.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I haven't. I can, yeah.
If you wanted to trace the sigil, we would need Nazgrim, I think, to get back.
Okay.
But if he can't get us back, we'll be stuck.
Okay.
How do I bring us back?
Just gonna raise my hand,
Mm-hmm.
make claws.
Mm-hmm.
So
With your claws.
by crying and using my claws.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
Actually, this does appear to be similar to the shadow that was around my hand before. Do you remember?
Yes.
Yes.
Camilla had it as well.
Uh-huh.
Nesgrim.
Okay. Sure, I can do that.
But don't do it until we need you to.
Absolutely.
DJ,
Yes.
I will remind you, because Nesgrim would know, about the visualization for his father when he stood from the burial mound by your mother. The thing that was behind him when he stood.
Oh, the big shadowy creature.
You, as the individual that saw that, would have an equation of seeing that with seeing what happened as Ether did it. Do with that what you will.
Okay. So
I feel as though Nesgrim would know that.
that's fair. Yeah.
Come on, let the darkness eat us.
I mean, I'm not opposed.
Now that I think about it, that does look worryingly familiar to the vision I had of my father. I believe, was that the vision I had with Adrian? In the vision I had with Adrian, with the shadowy thing standing behind him. And what just happened there. I'm not sure why they're similar, unless...
Is this dirt? Is it clay? Clay?
Oh, it's dirt.
Okay.
You claying me right now?
Gotta check, because if it's clay, we're leaving.
We're getting the
right now.
fuck out of here,
Because this is a president, we have to go.
It's only faintly a person.
Yeah, it's
faintly,
really
dude.
faintly dim down here. We gotta get the fuck out.
Shall I do dirt analysis?
I'll tell you that it's dirt. I will tell you as well that your mother burst through dirt. That hand.
Dirt, clay.
That was
you're
that was
fucked out of the
dirt.
way, just
I wonder if perhaps the burial mound my father was standing at was also hollowed.
Probably.
Well, I don't know what to do with that, to be honest.
I have a thought. That is all.
were these things that you experienced or saw?
I saw them in my vision with Adrian.
Correct.
My first one, I believe.
Yep.
Right around the same time that I saw the black claw fire from the dirt and wrap around his fist.
What?
How much truth did it?
I'm pretty sure
Adrian
you never
speak
fucking
again?
said that.
Oh no, I definitely told you about that. I'm sure
I'm sorry.
I did.
Wait, what? Could you repeat that?
Sure, a defiled black claw exploded from my mother's grave and wrapped around
Oh,
my...
I thought you meant Adrian's fist. I was like,
I
there's
thought you meant
no
Adrian's fist. I
way
was like, wait,
that
what?
you've ever said that.
Did,
I was like,
did
what
it
the
look like?
fuck? Okay.
Nesgrim, did it look like your claws? Do?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure did.
It's already got you, bud. I don't know what
I gotta get out of here.
I'm about to tell you, you're gonna fucking die.
I
Good
want to pull
luck.
the rope.
to tell you.
Do we want to try to draw the symbol? And I'm ready to confront whatever is on the other side of this.
There was mostly just wailing and Camilla.
Yeah,
so-
well, it appears that it's followed me throughout my life, and even before.
Wailing?
Yes,
Can you describe it?
John, if you would.
Is that what the soul bag sounded like?
Comparable.
Great. No.
I believe it
We
should
should
be
not-
Ostador. That's what Camilla and the others were talking about. They made it sound like it was him.
Okay.
So whatever this other place is, it's I just shake my head. No,
Great.
we should be brief if you really must go there.
Oh.
Whatever this is has affected not only me, but clearly my parents as well. There's something here I need to face, something I need to confront. I'm not sure what it is, but there's only one way to find out, I suppose.
I think there are multiple ways to find out. I am not sure that the smartest one would be to confront it in this strange tree hole without telling our friends what we are doing.
I can just shout up the hole to them.
Sure. But it is entirely possible they will not hear you.
Before we draw the symbol, I mean.
Sure. They are going to say no, do not do that, so you can certainly try.
I will kneel down next to the flame. The choice is yours, but it's very dangerous.
Uh-huh.
John, why? Why have you done this to me, John?
Because I love Dungeons and Dragons.
So do I. Let's go!
Yeah, let's get the fuck in there.
I'm not here to have happy fun time. I'm here to get fucked up.
Yes!
Go!
Alright,
Okay.
there's only one way to find out, I suppose.
Sure.
I'll be right back, and I'm gonna walk over and shout up the hole.
Mm-hmm.
I'm drawing the symbol.
Yeah. You hear your voice echo.
You want me to go poke my head out there and tell them that, and then just walk back inside without before
Yeah.
they can respond? Alright, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna get ready to trace the symbol that I know.
Good. I'm so glad.
Do you want me to hold the sword?
I just realized that my skeleton was there, by the way. Ooh, am I wearing a bow tie?
That's
Yeah.
a little
That's a
flower.
little flower.
Oh,
It's beautiful.
Okay, nice.
Felix, would you like me to hold the sword while you trace the symbol?
I'd like to hold on to it, if you don't mind. I can't
Let me put my...
see like you.
Can I put my brazier away first so we don't pour it back and get caught on fire?
Sure.
Okay.
You
Yeah, take it with
extinguish the
us.
flame.
Yeah.
You take the kindling out, you dump it out onto the ground, you
Yeah.
watch as it sizzles against the moist ground at your feet. You
Sorry,
pocket
the
your
moist,
brazier.
hard ground? Hard, moist ground?
Actually, I'm not gonna do that.
What are you doing then?
I'm gonna leave it alone.
Leave it lit?
Yes.
Okay.
'Cause
Perfect.
there was a flame when they did it, and I don't want this to be like an insidious situation where we can't find our way back unless like the fucking beacons are lit. So I'm gonna just leave this lit.
I mean, I
I'm
kind of
gonna
like to
leave
see
it
what
lit.
happens if we go there and then you
I'm gonna leave it
puff.
lit.
Do you go like
Okay.
another?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You
how
leave
that
it
works.
lit.
Yep.
Your three
All right.
wonderful friends just standing here in
I'm
dim
Are,
light.
are you whole boys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'll trace the symbol next to
Ready
the
for
fire,
it,
next to
babe.
the kindling.
Yeah. You just press your wonderful fishy green finger into the soil.
Oh, they're not fishy, and you know it.
They're not fishing, and you
wonderfully
know it.
wet green fingers.
Correct, thank you.
Much
And
worse.
you slightly press the tip of your nail into the soil and re-dig in the curious X that Ratora carved here into the ground. And as you do, Felix, it feels very familiar to you. The brazier in front of Ether snuffs out, as though there is this curious, enveloping vortex of wind around all of you inside of this cavern. As your brazier goes out, the individuals who see still only by the light of this moon-touched sword in front of you, this strange hand burst forth from the shadows on the ground, stretching over the campfire, and its fingers simply dip down into the kindling, and you watch as from the curved palm of this curious, shadowy black hand, fire wreathes out and ignites the kindling, and you all suddenly feel ever so cold.
That's not familiar. Oh!
Oh, it matters who does it!
I'm sorry, what was the hand? What did it look like? Was it a shadow?
It was a shadow hand that looks as though it rakes out from the shadows on the ground. So the Moon Touch sword is being held here, 5 feet bright, 5 feet dim. The ground is dim.
Okay.
So in midst the dim light, it envelops over this kindling. You feel this harrowing, chilling sensation as this wind swirls around you. And then you all hear once more the curious wailings in the distance. Like a cacophony of voices that, Mr. Nesgrim, reminds you of the vision of your father and the wails around him.
Fuck.
And you hear the cracking of what sounds like a whip.
Oh no.
And heavy footsteps in the distance echoing around you. And suddenly the chill evaporates like wind pressing against your face, as though a rush from your feet stretches over your face, and you feel this intense heat like a blistering inferno stretching out from the ground below you. And you stand here in the dark with only the 5 feet of bright from your Moon Touch sword and the 5 feet of dim that extend out from it. You see no cavernous walls here. Only at your feet is a blank, vacuous, abyss-like space that feels as though you are standing on glass. Just like your vision, Mr. Nesgrim.
Oh, I've seen this before.
Super important question.
Yes,
what
Walt.
color was the fire?
The fire that was that birthed
From
out...
the hand.
It was red. It was absolutely
red?
a
Okay.
blistering reddish orange.
And then the inferno from it, and okay.
Yeah.
Do we smell anything when in this area with the intense heat?
With the intense heat, you
Yes.
smell... Oh. That bubbling, blistering odor of searing flesh.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
That's
I was gonna see if we smelled like brimstone or something.
You would smell brimstone.
Okay.
it's pretty
Great.
dark.
I think this might be a teleportation circle of some kind, taking us to the fucking volcano.
It's definitely not where we're from.
No.
No.
And you hear again the heavy, thudding footsteps.
That
It's,
wasn't here before.
it sounds like boots comparable to your good friend Nesgrim on stone floor.
I have dark vision. Still no vision at all.
Nope.
Okay.
Not in magical darkness. Yeah. I'm being very generous by giving you the Moon Touch Swords vision.
I need it, please.
Yeah, you just see Felix like, this is different. This is worse.
This is different.
Is it possible?
I'm
to-
actually saying that, repeating myself. Different. This is different.
Is it possible to extinguish the light from that sword, or maybe shield it?
I don't want to do that.
But we can't see.
I shake my head viciously now.
We can't see out, but I'm sure whatever is out there can see it.
It knows we're here regardless.
Do we not want to try to hide to begin? That's a big thing. I'd rather not
I
fight
think
it.
we want to leave.
I think leaving's probably a good idea. Yes. Felix, you good?
You begin to hear what you guys would equate with the same loud, stinging noise of hammer on iron.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Oh no.
You hear that sharp, piercing clang. Tink. And you hear a wail.
think we should figure out how to leave.
Felix, you said if I cry, that'll get us out of here.
I can't. You do it without crying?
I can try, I guess.
Try hard.
Fine.
Try, Nesgrim.
It's definitely
cry,
not a
try.
It's like flexing really hard. Oh, yeah. Nesgrim's here.
Do you attempt to utilize?
Yeah, I try to activate Necrotic Shroud.
Thank you.
You're welcome,
Who of you see, bathed just from this brilliantly bright and then dim light, Mr. Nesgrim, as he concentrates and thinks for a moment once more of something truly tragic to him.
It'll probably be my father's hand getting gripped by a defiled black claw out of a grave.
I'm very glad that is it.
Fuck.
You guys see this horrific shadow enveloping from behind your good friend Nesgrim, wreathing around the edges of his jawline and his ears, bathing him in what looks like a curiously charcoal-colored smoke. And it moves slightly separately from him, and you watch as it bursts forth these gloriously white skeletal wings, and its arms wrap around his chest from behind over his shoulders. You feel this strange warmth against your back, this breath of hot air kind of lingering on both sides as though a mouth ever so large breathes right behind you, that it would envelop around your neck.
Now what? There's a thing breathing. We gotta go.
Faint whisper around you.
It's time to go.
You feel this strange sensation, that electricity once more like wriggling over your arms. The hairs on your hands and arms elevate, and your arms have this strange impulse to move.
Where, John?
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Not a whiz kid today, huh?
It's not a nat 1.
That's not a good sign.
10.
And your arms slowly stretch themselves outwards, palms exposed to your friends. You see these shadows overcoming his palm up the lengths of his fingers, and you see these curling, twisted claws that stretch out against his fingertips, extending out. Watch them slowly curl into fists, and then turn over, looking at the bathing shadow over all of the skin of your hand. You feel this intensity gathering around your jawline, stretching up over your lips and into your nose. It smells of brimstone.
Who are you?
You whisper out a cough through this dispersing smoke around your pursed lips. Who are you? You both hear Nesgrim speak, the words, "Who are you?" And you feel this tightening around your chest, squeezing you lovingly. You're safe, son.
I'm sorry, it says you're safe.
Son. Are you my mother or my father?
Do you not recognize my touch?
Shit, that's my mom. I gotta go.
You feel this again, intense squeezing around your shoulders, your hands still curled in front of you. Why would you come here, Esgrim?
This was one in a line of many bad decisions, apparently. You got it.
Before it is too late. You feel your fingers stretch out. Standing here, you hear the shrill hammering and screams of agony in the distance.
All right, Felix, you're the expert. What now?
Maybe draw.
Just holding this sword.
Draw the symbol again.
Because I see the shadow and like what's behind him. Correct. I have the visual of it.
Maybe draw the symbol again.
Ether, hold out your hand.
Sure.
Nazgrim,
Yeah.
use your claw. Cut him.
What?
Do it.
Just do it, Nesgrim.
There you go, buddy.
Yeah. Ether extends his hand out. And you extend yours. Your index finger slices like butter through his palm. You watch the skin split and this brilliant crimson start to slide and drip down the edge of his palm over his wrist. And Ether stands before you still.
Now what?
Plan B.
Draw the symbol again.
Ether,
Yes.
can you try to light your brazier?
Sure. Yeah, I'll take out a match and try to light it.
Yeah, so I mean, utilizing a tinderbox and what? Do you have kindling, my good friend?
I sure hope so.
My good friend Ether, do you have kindling?
Yes, it has. There's tinder in the tinderbox. A dry cloth soaked in light oil.
Good.
Gonna.
Oh God! Yeah, I'm going to tell you that it takes you a moment to
Yep.
begin to attempt to light this.
Yep.
In that time frame, you continue to hear the wailing in the distance. You continue to feel this warmth around your body. Fire is not the key.
What do I do? How do I flee?
I don't know,
Shit.
son. If I could leave, I would have.
Is the shadow enveloping him different than what his claws are? Does it look? I mean, I know it's difficult to tell, but
No, looks very comparable.
it's very comparable. Okay.
I don't know what to do from here. Run?
I don't think so.
We
I'm
shouldn't
gonna
move from
divine
here.
sense.
What did you say, DJ?
He's casting Divine Sense.
Can you read Divine Sense, please? I've never had so much fun in my life.
As an action, you can detect good and evil. Till the end of your next turn, you can sense anything affected by the hollow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet not behind total cover.
You have the sensation of dozens of fiends all around you.
We're surrounded.
And you hear the faint, high-pitched cackling. Low to the ground, maybe 20-25 feet away from you.
Oh my god.
Dozens of them. Giggling like madmen.
How many?
Over a dozen. Many.
Scrim.
Yes.
Dig.
What?
Dig with your claws.
I'm gonna start digging.
Where?
Straight at my feet.
Fuck.
No.
Okay.
What?
Not down.
Remember the vision of your mother when she broke out.
I'm gonna start scratching up.
Thank you. You're welcome. You watch.
As I see him do this, I'm gonna start stabbing up. Immediately.
Oh my god! Please!
Break us out.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up my brazier.
Uh-huh. You collect your things. You hear these cackling voices still
Ether, do you have your shovel?
almost mocking you. You feel your fingers crest and hit this strange hot surface. Hot as though it should hurt. It feels like stone against your finger. Your fingers scratch against it. You feel it hard. As though you're breaking stone with your hands. As though it breaks apart and the silt and rubble fall down your arms. Very reminiscent of the experience you had with the hourglass sensation. And you strike again, and you strike again. And you all see snow topple down around you.
Should we switch?
No.
Okay.
You see daylight, and you hear nothing for a brief moment, and then your hands are ever so cold. You all see your good friend Nesgrim's hand burst through the snow right at the edge of the hole, coming through the dirt outside of it. And it shakes. And you see the second hand burst through. And it shakes, and it grips, and it continues to pull at the snow and the dirt.
I'd be
Outside of the hole.
screaming.
Correct.
I would be screaming.
About how much time passed?
For you guys, what felt like maybe a minute.
Oh god.
We should help him.
Yeah.
Yeah. You run over, you see his hands.
What's the rope doing?
The rope.
Well, I appreciate the gesture.
Yeah,
What
the
rope?
rope feels slack.
decisions were made.
We heard the cackling.
Good. Very good. You grit Nesgrim's hands. You have this strange heat as you touch his palms, as you grip the back of his hands, and you pull him out. And you pull and you pull. And you watch as Nesgrim slides out from what feels like a hole would be. But he comes right through the snow, right at the edge of it.
And the snow doesn't fall in behind him. He just...
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I mean, I wouldn't know the feeling, but similar to the, like, sand thing that was happening on his way out.
Correct.
Nesgrim,
Ether and Felix. Ether and Felix next.
where are they?
They should be right behind me.
Is anything else breaking the snow?
If I touch the snow, can I put my hand through it?
Which hand?
Sink your hand down in, Sarah. That glorious right hand.
The left hand.
As you go like this.
We put your left hand in. You take your left hand out.
You put your Nesgrim in.
You put your right hand in.
You put your Nesgrim
You
in.
reach down into the snow.
Yeah.
I'll say with your left hand.
I mean, whatever you want, John.
Listen, you put your right hand out. I'm not going to say
I'm
that
Sarah,
you did
I'm
that.
right-handed.
And
Sure.
so is Retora.
So
Taurus.
I've made a character decision. She's left-handed now.
It's entirely your decision. Which hand would you use?
It would be on the left hand because she would have.
It would have been the right hand.
Sure.
It's,
You
In
reach
a
down.
panic moment.
I'm not thinking.
You reach down through the snow. You feel your hand slide through the snow very easily. It feels as though it descends down to about your elbow. You guys see a hand.
I
Burst through.
run and grab it.
Yeah. You feel a chill, wet hand on the other side at the edge of
familiar.
this snow.
You Felix.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
run over and prepare for the next
You
hand to
Felix
come
in
through
it
to
now,
grab
Mr.
it.
Krabs.
And you elevate Felix out, and it feels as though he slides through this snow. And it just cascades around his face, and you pull him
I
out.
guess I'll reach in for Ether.
Yeah, the two of you reach in for Ether, and you see two hands stretched out. Yeah. You reach up, you grab these hands, and you guys pull. You see Ether as well slide out through this strange space in the snow. And the snow looks as though it just sits over this hole right outside of the one that descends downwards.
I'm gonna back away from that area of snow.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see that it's a small parting. It looks as though, honestly, it's the slit of like an envelope. Very thin. Yeah.
I'm gonna roll my rope back up and put back on top of his gear stuff.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You
happened?
pull the rope back up, and the rope.
That's
Is-
not how you got in there.
Definitely isn't.
I'm gonna brush the snow away from this area.
Yeah, you start brushing the snow away. Takes you a moment or so, and you get down to the ground. Looks like dirt.
I'm not digging.
No.
Don't dig.
Don't.
Yeah, no,
Ever.
so I'm sure you heard me shout up the hole that I was going to draw the symbol.
Yes, you seemed fine at that point.
We were. Drew the symbol.
Felix drew the symbol.
Felix drew the
I'm
symbol.
assuming it did nothing.
You would be incorrect in that assumption.
I shouldn't have done anything.
It did a lot.
We came out of the snow.
Yes.
We were transported somewhere. I'm not sure where.
Still in the hole?
Nope.
No.
The same place.
Possibly a volcano. Or hell.
Like same place but somewhere else?
No.
Or a
Yeah.
new place
Were there
entirely?
any noises?
Yes.
Laughing, high-pitched, demonic laughter.
And-
Nesgrim sensed that there were fiends literally surrounding us.
And also the clanging of metal, like a blacksmith hammer on a blade. Wailing and shrieking. And then my mother speaking to me.
Yeah, he
What did she say?
Flee. And dig.
and also you're safe now,
Oh
son.
yeah, and also I was safe there apparently, which did not feel safe at all.
It's not what I.
That's not what you want.
Did you hear his mother?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you heard the voice.
He made his wings and thought of the experience of his. Would you have told us what you thought of or no? Okay.
Probably not.
He made his wings and was enveloped in shadow and hugged by skeletal wings like a coffin. And then his mother spoke.
And she asked me why I came to that place. I told her it was one in a line of many bad decisions. And then she told me to dig. And I started digging at this space above my head, and that's when you pulled me from the snow here. So yeah, the hole is cursed.
Clearly.
Why would that symbol do that?
I don't think it was the symbol. Maybe the hole. Or whatever resides there.
It must be a combination.
It is hollowed.
Felix, you were there both times. Were any of these noises the same?
Some of them. But we got there a little differently.
How do you mean?
A hand extended from the shadow and lit the flame. It was hot. And not like when we were there.
And
Very, very hot.
the place that you went, was it similar?
Yes,
It smelled of brimstone.
but different in that way.
Quite the exact opposite of our experience, I would say.
I don't know were any of you embraced by your dead mother.
In a way.
Oh, fuck.
My mother's not dead, as far as I'm aware.
I'm just a single tear.
Oh, sorry, Felix. So it was kind of the same, but slightly different.
Do we know what this symbol means?
Friend. In Druidic.
Mm-hmm.
Is it similar to anything else?
Does it mean anything else?
I mean, I drew it. I mean, I'm assuming
Yeah.
you just said it was an X, right, or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, does it resemble anything else?
I only
Not a language that you know of, no.
know Common, Druidic, and Elvish. It's if it's similar to something else.
Celestial?
What would give you that belief?
Literally nothing. Wishful thinking is what.
Then no.
Yeah.
Infernal.
No, I think I know, but you know.
Would you like to share?
You said that there were fiends.
Many, over a dozen.
Like foes?
No.
But they weren't allies.
Not
Sure.
Fiend, not like an aggressive being?
No, fiend like a demon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you say out loud in character when you divine sensed Reirda?
I did point out that he was giving off an energy. I remember
Did you
that.
say what it was?
I didn't say explicitly what it was, but I tied it to the hag. I remember that.
Did he say what it was? Do you remember?
I believe you said that it was fiendish.
I might have.
Reirda, does that place sound familiar to you?
Clanging of iron.
Screams and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it sounds like the Black Citadel for sure.
Great.
Pretty sure we were there.
Maybe, I mean, I don't know why that would be in that hole. That doesn't really make any sense to me, but I don't
I don't think it's
know how
in that hole.
Holes work.
I'm gonna
Felix.
cast detect magic.
Uh-huh. Ritual casting
No.
or regular?
Regular.
Thing I wanted you to do.
You've already punished me for ritual casting it once.
I said it's not a punishment, it's just a great game.
It's a gift. Just like the
Yeah.
cursed sword on
An
birthday.
experience.
Fool me once.
Yeah.
Here's this really
Just
nice sword.
once.
Cursed.
I didn't burn out.
You did not burn out?
No.
Cool, yeah, absolutely. You detect evocation magic emanating out from inside of the hole.
Inside the hole.
Very slightly.
I wonder if it's more a threshold to the
Was-
Black Citadel?
Was the fire still lit when you guys left?
No. No, Ether actually lit his brazier.
It went out.
There's magic in there.
Yes. Shadowy hand magic that puts out any magical light other than the sword.
Speaking of,
Yes. Felix has it.
I am gripping it very tightly and close to myself. Do you mind if I just hold it for a minute?
I do.
You're in the daylight now?
I'm serious. It wasn't like before.
It was
Felix,
properly terrifying.
I'm gonna grab it and put my hand
I'll
on top of
let
your
let
hand.
go. Just let go.
you,
I'm gonna keep my hand on top of your hand.
you
safe
sketched
here.
the symbol, yes, Felix?
What?
The symbol?
What about it?
You have a sketch of it?
Yes.
May I
I'll
see it?
open- I'll reach for my book as my hands are shaking, and I'll open it to show you the symbol.
Do you mind?
No. I'll hand you the book.
Reirda,
What?
could you take a look at this symbol?
Yeah. Kind of looks like a war sigil. It's like two sickles
Do you
crossed.
know if it has any meaning?
They had it on the Citadel. I don't know what it is.
On the Citadel?
Yeah, in the walls there were like, I don't know, cloth bannery things. that I've never seen.
Exactly like this,
A little bit more detailed.
but similar.
Does
Yeah.
that look like what I drew?
Huh?
How did you escape from the Citadel, Reirda?
What?
How did you escape from the Citadel?
I mean, he points to the horns. Got to a point where I was strong enough. They got a little, I guess you could say, loose with the guards. Stabbed him with my head. Never done that before.
How did you actually leave that place, I mean? Did you just walk out the front door?
No, I leapt into the mountains.
Awfully
It's built
similar.
into the mountains. There was a tower that was kind of at a peak, I guess. I leapt onto that. And I
Okay.
climbed down. I guess walked.
Because the way I had to leave the Black Citadel was by digging in the air.
I didn't do that. That's weird. I don't know why that would be.
In the air or into the earth above you?
There was no earth above me, it was just black vacuous space.
But it brought you out here.
Correct.
That darkness sounds pretty familiar.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You've clearly been there before.
Like I said, it was really hot.
How did you see?
I didn't.
You just made your way to the tower by feel.
No, they brought me to a place to do another thing. They didn't do the experiments in the dark.
How did they light the space?
They didn't. I don't know how they found me.
They kept you in that space.
Yeah, in the dark, yeah.
That was your cage.
Yes.
But they
I didn't know where to go, you know?
They didn't need light for the experiments.
They did.
They needed light, that's why they took me out of that. They would bring me up to this weird stone table-y thing.
How did they put you back into that cage?
There were, stairs. They went down and then... Well, there was a door. And when the door opened, it was dark on the other side. And they
How
would
did
push
they-
me in.
Open the door?
How?
Yes.
Like with a key.
No, there was a dude who just touched it.
Great.
Did
Do
he
you
have
one of these?
No, that smells awful.
something similar?
I don't know.
I
He
suppose.
just touched it. I didn't really get to look at his hands.
I
He's
don't
one of the shamans.
Don't suppose there was a black claw on the door, or by the door?
Claw? No.
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 Which
That's the
dwarves were
marking
you
of the
taken by
defiled.
again? The plague dwarves? The plague
No, the
dwarves?
Doom Hall.
The Doom Hall.
There were horns on the door. The antler things. Like on my chest.
Gonna look at Yalumlo and just
What?
something not adding up here to you.
How do you mean?
Well, we all presumably went to the same place. And it was very hard for us to escape from it. Doesn't seem likely he was able to just escape that easily. I'm not trying to suggest anything, but something does seem off here.
You escaped after they removed you from the cage.
Yeah, they did one of the other ritual thingies on me. And then the shamans were talking.
And before they brought you back,
Yeah, I stabbed one and then started running and they
ran.
were chasing me.
I do not think he was there when he escaped.
Right, he was in the tower.
He was here, outside of that place. Gonna hand Felix his book back.
I'll take it.
Don't draw that symbol again.
No.
Striking me along the same lines as that basement in Hadrian's.
Yes.
Not exactly the same, but similar.
Seems that there are
Is it a place next to a place?
other things creating these spaces.
Did
Or
we
perhaps finding existing spaces and occupying them.
Maybe the keys are a bit simpler than we anticipated for these. Like at Adrian's.
Gifted power, perhaps. Once connected to a being.
I don't know, he said stuff in orc. And the door opened.
Do you remember those phrases? Could you mimic them?
I'm not really good with orc. I don't know. What?
Shit. Oh, that symbol, the two sickles crossed.
Yeah.
Did we see that at all in Adrian's basement?
Adrian, I don't think is connected to.
No, he's a plague-born.
He's a plague-born.
I wouldn't
Sure.
say not connected at all.
Yeah, you guys keep talking about Adrian.
How do you know him, my friend?
He came out. He was there during some of the rituals.
Like
Well,
studying or participating?
The shamans would talk to him about stuff and he would make deliveries.
Of herbs, presumably.
Yeah. And it brought weird stuff. Some of it they made me drink, some of it they made me smell. And I have weird bad dreams.
Did they seem to get along with Adrian?
Yeah, the shamans, yeah.
Did Adrian speak to them in Orcish?
No, they spoke common to him.
Do you remember what they talked about?
I mean, they would ask him where he would get the stuff from. He would tell them it was a secret, that it was something that was giving it to him, and then he would always laugh. He seemed weird,
It was very strange.
but they offered him a dagger in exchange, one of the thorns.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the same one that we are in possession of.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of the times the shaman asked him if he knew how to kill it yet, and I didn't know what it was. But he
Kill it?
said no.
That would presumably be the rotting one.
He wanted to kill it. I thought he worshipped it.
What? No, I think he was trying to kill something else. I don't know what it was. He said it was in the city, though.
Something in the city.
I've never been in it.
Did he ever use terms like he or she in particular about it?
Yeah, he said he.
Did the name Diabolist come up at all?
I don't know what that is, no.
Okay.
The line of thinking I was.
Is that like fiend?
Did he say fiend?
Oh, you guys said fiend. I don't know what
Diabolist.
Diabolist is.
Healer.
Like a shaman.
Kind of.
Sort
Okay.
of.
We had some. Then, yeah.
Why would Adrian want to kill a shaman in the city?
No, I don't. He didn't say that word. That's why I was asking what that word meant.
Understood.
Who would he want to kill in the city?
Don't know that we will find that out.
I don't know.
Yes. Perhaps.
Sitting here.
I don't suppose no names were used.
No, he just said him. He said he had to find him. He couldn't. I don't know. He also used words I didn't really know.
Like
Some-
what?
Sometimes it sounded like he spoke a different language. I don't know what it is.
He had to find. I can't help but think that might be Corin.
It's what I'm thinking. Or perhaps someone at the cathedral.
Could be
Adrian
someone
was
we're
cast out of the
unfamiliar with.
cathedral.
Or perhaps somebody which we've just found out about.
What's a cathedral?
Like a church.
Perhaps he knew more
Holy
about what's
place.
under the city than we thought.
Holy place?
Yes.
A building for prayer, worship.
Temple.
Gotcha. Okay. Like the prayer hut. Yeah. Okay. This is really complicated stuff.
Yes.
Sorry.
This is okay. We appreciate you trying to remember. I'm sure it is painful.
Yeah, no, they beat the shit out of me like every day.
I just meant painful to try to remember.
Yeah, 'cause of all the beatings. Yeah, definitely. I don't really like thinking about it too much, you know?
He was never one for thinking.
Hungry.
Yes, we should eat,
Yes.
and then we should hit the road.
That's my guy.
Agreed. We should get away from this place
We've already made our food
quickly
here.
as possible.
Yes.
Is there perhaps a way to fill that hole in?
I don't think we should bother with this particular hole any longer.
Just thinking to.
Are you worried
I
about
was
some
able to reach in through the snow to grab you. It doesn't.
worried?
You know a thing or two about hallowed ground and curses?
I do.
Perhaps someday you can return and
Unhallow it?
And then rehallow it.
change its context.
Change the context of its hallowing. Yes.
Corrupt, maybe?
John, I do have a question for you.
Yeah.
When we were there with Camilla, were we able to see the walls in the cavern? Or in the hole? excuse me.
Around you guys? Mm-mm.
Yes. No?
Mm-mm.
I think the only thing you described was like when we could see up against the wall was like pelt,
Correct.
like lining of
Mhm.
the hut.
Mm-hmm.
It was like lining.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, Reirda had hung pelts to.
Mm-hmm.
Try to stay warm.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, when Camilla was present, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
But it
Oh,
appeared we
jeez.
were in the same space when Camilla was there.
Mm-hmm.
We were wholly alone with no one with us.
Holy?
Shut up. God damn it.
You did it.
I didn't mean to.
Don't take
you
the
did.
Lord's name in vain, holy boy.
Wouldn't you like to know, holy boy?
We should eat and get out of here.
Yes.
I agree.
I'm gonna start dishing stuff out.
Cool.
Gonna start serving us.
Yeah.
Boom,
You guys
roasted.
start, swiftly eating this delicious stew.
Let's set mine in the snow first.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything you guys would like to do during this small, brief interim. If not, we will hop forward.
I'm gonna watch that area where they came out of while I eat.
Take a short rest.
Yeah, if you guys are trying to take a short rest and, spend the hour here,
I don't think we should spend a whole hour.
it's up to you guys. That's something that you guys need to discuss as a party.
It's already getting late.
So it was different, but it was different with Camilla than up here because we could see the edges of the hole. I'm not sure what the difference is yet, but the ritual was the same.
It was not the same. What I performed was not necessarily a ritual. I had a tie to Camilla already. That's what that symbol was.
As did I.
And I'm connected to her through the defiled. When I
Typically,
that
when
symbol,
you trace a sigil, I mean, it's not magical per se, but you would get the same effect. This was different.
it was traced by me the first time, not by you. I traced it with my connection to her, knowing that that would be a bridge between us.
Like a bet.
Which hand?
With my right hand, it's not... What I'm
Perhaps
saying is I did not trace a sigil. I traced a symbol that a word. I traced a word that I had given to her from something that was on my person with an already
somewhere
established
in
connection.
between where we intended to be and where they ended up without her.
That's my thought exactly.
Camilla said it was not the same.
I mean,
We can discuss this on the road or at camp this evening.
I agree. I think eating and getting away from this hole is our best option right now.
Yes.
Very good.
When Felix handed me the sword earlier, was the metal visible, like hotter, like hot from ambient temperature? Cool.
No, hot.
Like, nice.
Yeah.
It's a good sword.
Okay. Short rest or no short rest? That is a decision for you guys.
I don't need a short rest.
Does anyone need a short rest?
No.
I say we can eat and go.
Not really, actually.
Yeah. So you guys take,
Don't
we'll
forget
say
your
maybe
leather.
5-10 minutes to eat and pack up your belongings because Nescrim's got to pick some stuff back up. Reirda doesn't really have much for him to gather, but
I'm gonna roll up the hide,
that you were drying.
bring it with us.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely.
Reirda's like, oh shit, I left my cards in the hole. Let me go get that.
What was that sigil again?
I left my keys in there.
Yeah. Okay. Traversing east, continuing on the trajectory that we were on previously.
Prior to veering off to find Reirda.
Yeah. So, I mean, you guys only came the couple hundred feet northward off the trajectory that you were on. I don't know. I do not know whether or not you guys want to make that down again, or if you want to just go directly east from where you are.
Is Reirda exhausted?
I mean, I wouldn't say that he's exhausted.
Like, is he having any issue keeping up with us?
No, if you guys are beginning to move, he would not have issue keeping up
Okay.
with you guys. Like, he's emaciated. Like, he doesn't look great, but it's not going to affect his movement.
Okay, I wasn't sure if his exposure to the cold and lack of resources would have...
No, he feels weirdly warm.
Oh, God.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Fiendishly warm.
That's why he liked the cold hole, because he was warm.
Well, he tried to light a fire, and I assumed he was
Hi, DJ.
cold in there, but...
Also, Paul casted that spell on him.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
That should have worn off by now, though.
It's an hour.
I don't think it's been a full hour, has it?
Nope. Cool. So we begin going eastward. Okay. Are you guys doing anything while we are trekking eastward?
Looking
we were
for
told
more-
previously that it was about 6 to 7 hours to reach the edge of the woods.
Keeping an eye out for herbs.
Herbs?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, individuals who are looking for herbs, you may make the perception checks to see whether or not you see anything. Other individuals who are looking out for anything, please let me know.
I'm gonna do my smell and listen.
Sure, absolutely.
I'd be watching the tree line for movement.
Movement or anything? Sure.
I got a 23. I'm assuming Ether would also be looking. I don't know if you wanted to...
All right, don't let me roll it because I rolled a 1. You can roll it for him.
Well, I got a 23.
Okay, so sure. Yeah.
So
that's
I
fine.
guess.
Yeah, that's fine. So Ether would point it out. You would go over and begin to gather. I will say that in this area of the woods, it would be more mallow. If you want to make your survival check and your nature check, well, he would do the survival, you would do the nature.
I'll roll one for him too.
17.
17 for the smell for the area. Yeah, I mean, as you guys are going through your first, trek of things, nothing seems off. Seems pretty clear. You're getting still just the regular smell of balsa wood.
I rolled a 19 on the die for his survival check. I don't know what his modifier is.
Survival's wisdom.
5. Should be 6.
And then for my nature check, I got 14.
Cool. Okay.
So +7.
7. Oh, yeah. No, he is at 20 now because you had the ASI. Cool. So, yeah, I'll say that you guys get half an ounce
Smart
worth
man.
of mallow.
Wise man.
And what did you say for your harvesting for the seeds?
14.
14. Yeah, I'll say that you get 3 more seeds.
3 more seeds, half an ounce.
Yep, 3 more seeds, half an ounce. DJ, what was your perception for the area? For keeping a lookout on the tree line and stuff? You're not smelling anything that seems out of the
Just
ordinary.
pine.
16.
16? Cool. Yeah, no, you don't see anything in terms of what would be indicative to you of anything in the area that would feel off. Occasionally spot like animal tracks and things like that. It would again look like deer or rabbits. But yeah. Paul, were you doing tree inspections?
Yeah, but not like before. So I would be comparing the physical bark of the tree to the big bad den tree
Okay, sure, absolutely.
to see if it's similar and if it changes as we get away.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Nature, then.
Found another half ounce of mallow.
Oh goodness. It's an 8.
An 8? Oh, yeah, I mean, I would say to you that you're not very well versed in terms of flora and, the construction. I would say that there's nothing definitively stand out that seems different. It looks as though the tree that you guys were at was just a normal oak tree.
Just a normal oak tree, so the other trees look like it. Okay.
Yeah. First hour worth of journey, gathered the herbs. I don't know if anybody else wanted to do anything during that hour.
As we're walking, I would quietly talk with Reirda.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Think I'd be doing you proud out here?
Huh?
Well, other than learning magic in the city, the time that we've been out here, I've done my fair share of hunting. Big game. Big game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
Killed an owlbear.
What? Oh.
Yeah.
Real big.
Almost got him.
Shit.
Did get him.
I mean, I might be able to, eat one now.
And
Wonder how owlbear tastes.
I'm gonna pull out my
That was after my heart. IRL.
Right?
Not in character, just...
I don't trust this man.
I'm gonna pull out my hag teeth.
Look
Got
at
a hag
this.
too.
A what?
A hag.
A what?
Which?
Fuck. Dude.
Yeah.
Witches have teeth? That's insane.
Got claws too. It's scary.
Like...
Bigger.
big claws. Damn.
Yeah.
You killed it?
Cut her head off.
Fuck yeah. Then took the teeth? Wonder what hag tastes like.
She didn't smell too good, so.
Oh, never mind then. We're probably, I don't know, smoke an owlbear.
Fuck, John, I'm hungry. God. Damn it.
Oh, that beef stew upstairs.
I know.
I have to do some kind of smoke pit or something, you know?
I mean, she ate an orc.
What?
Yeah.
Just bit his face off.
I didn't eat the orc.
Yeah.
You guys are the coolest.
I didn't eat it. I did bite it. It did melt.
Why didn't you eat it? It melted?
Melt in your mouth. Delicious.
Melty orc.
We never really talked about that one. I don't know if I want to.
Why did it melt? You got like hot teeth?
Something like that.
Is that like a thing? Is she a witch?
No. It was far too similar to the other no. No.
Kinda?
I'll shrug.
Okay.
We're all
Really?
kind of witches.
Oh my god.
I don't think that is accurate, Nesgrim.
We all do magic.
I'm also not a witch.
Does doing magic make you a witch?
Probably to Reirda, yes.
No.
No.
Then never mind.
Reirda's familiar with magic.
We had shamans and stuff. We didn't have witches.
What's the difference between a shaman and a witch?
I don't know.
We had shamans.
We had shamans.
Witches are typically cursed.
I guess, yeah. That makes sense. The shamans were just like,
Well, when you put it that way,
kind of is.
I'm not a witch.
That's why I shrugged.
you are cursed.
I'm a druid
Oh,
who
you're
happens to be
Cursed
cursed.
druid.
A nature witch?
so you're a hag.
No, that's a different
No.
thing.
Oh. A witch?
I don't think I like any of these words.
I will still call you Ritora.
Can we get back to the face melting?
Yeah.
Did you only do that once?
Yes.
Can you do that again?
I don't know.
We're gonna see.
I would like not to.
What?
I do not wish to do it again if I do not have to.
Why? But that's such a cool power.
I don't think it's a power. It was not on purpose.
Uh-oh. That's bad. She's a witch, dude. She bit her face and it melted.
I just wanted
I'm gonna hold up her hand. Her claws aren't big enough.
Oh, okay.
The other hand, not that
Right
hand.
now.
Okay. She's not a witch. That's fine.
Yeah.
I feel like you still think I might be a witch.
Totally. I'm just not gonna say that out loud. I'm being polite. We would get like, bit if we were rude.
No.
To the shamans?
Mostly, yeah.
The shamans would bite you?
No, like your parents would.
Your parents would bite you.
I was disciplining.
it's-
We're fucking dogs, Nesgrim.
Yeah.
Oh, fair.
You're what now?
I'm sorry.
Excuse me? I see why you're not allowed in the swamp anymore.
Yeah, no, if you did something mean to the shaman. I mean, we weren't even really allowed to, talk to them much. They did their stuff in their huts.
The prayer huts.
Yeah, prayer huts.
Hot stuff?
Hut stuff.
Big old shot.
Dude, I didn't ask.
I didn't tell I am.
You weren't even a part of that.
I wasn't.
Still acting like you're the one who said it, but
Right?
So these what did these shamans do for your people specifically?
You remember the tent
Yeah.
Yes.
with Malthel?
Yes.
Same thing.
oh,
You got really high and went
Yeah.
to sleep.
They would smoke things.
It's great. If you stood outside the tent, you'd get a little of it. Kind of just, make a little bed out there. and
Contact
sleep.
ritual.
Yeah, yeah. They would always talk about seeing stuff. Oh, I saw shit, man.
Hot stuff.
Yeah. Good time.
they
Forrest would
were
never
druids
do
as
it. He
well.
was,
They were druids as well.
We actually
Eh.
got forced to do some of that hot stuff.
what?
Yeah.
Dude,
I saw you.
what? That's fucking weird.
But
Took
like
some convincing.
3 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
So-
bad.
Yeah, relive that night again. In vivid detail.
We all also
Yeah.
saw it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Bad.
it stabbed a guy. And I hit his face, kind of like you.
No.
Oh, shit.
No.
She won too?
You
No.
might be a witch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at her horns.
Yeah.
Don't
No,
think so.
I hope not.
Different
Well, you
team.
never got, I don't know, beat up by orcs, right? Too busy melting them.
I mean, we did
Hmm.
fight orcs, but
We won.
we did kill them.
Not in their
Not
past.
the same way as you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Or she killed one the same way as you. But...
I didn't bite one.
Oh,
I stabbed it with my head.
right.
Head
Right.
stabs.
Right.
Same.
You gored it.
Excuse me? I'm not a pumpkin.
Got him.
I didn't even see it. It took me a minute, like just a split second to realize what the fucking joke was.
Thank you.
Yep. No, he's getting a high five for that.
That's great. Oh fuck, that's
I have
good.
to know, is he laughing at
God.
that or?
Yeah,
is he-
100%. He's like,
Okay.
Fuck, that's good.
I'm gonna stare him in the eye uncomfortably and just giggle as I start to draw my sword.
that's a nice sword, dude.
Nesgrim, you
Isn't
have
it?
no place.
Yeah.
You're right, I know.
Yes, he does have a place. Get in the back. You're watching us. Go.
You do usually watch the rear, Nesgrim.
I still am.
Weird.
I still am.
He's like backing up.
I never left my post.
You are our rear guard, Nesgrim.
Mm-hmm.
It's what I do best.
Right guard.
That's good. It's good to have a guy who watches, over everybody, make sure they stay safe.
Right.
Yes,
Pack
that-
leader kind of guy. He was always at the back.
So you say back leader?
No, pack leader.
Oh.
You gotta make sure everybody goes.
that is-
Nobody gets left behind.
That is
I'm
not
not
what
the
this
pack
is.
leader.
Why are
he's,
you in the back then?
he's like
Of course,
the.
this doesn't make any sense.
Turtle. Stronger on the back.
Oh,
I'm stronger than Vorst, so I take the back.
I thought he was saying you got a thick back.
I think he was talking about the armor.
Oh yeah, dude, you got bink.
Yeah,
You got big plates on you.
sure do.
Definitely not stronger than me.
Big ol' plates.
Bruh.
You don't want this cool 19 strength.
I fucking love this guy so much. It's just Grimdark who's a
Modifier's still the same.
little bit smarter.
Modifier's
Just
still the
a
same.
touch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Where the fuck are we going again?
Somewhere other than that hole.
Oh, my house.
Into the mountains.
Oh yeah. You guys wanted to go to the bad places.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need
Hopefully.
materials.
Less bad than other places.
Probably that place was evidently really bad for you guys. I don't know why it didn't do that to me.
Maybe
You
it
didn't
was.
carve the symbol into the ground.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Okay.
Also, if they went where you were, there's a familiarity there.
Yeah.
The spot would know you better.
Or you belonged there.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
Don't worry about it. We're still figuring it out as we go along.
Why did
Any
you?
more of that stew?
Would we've had any leftover?
No.
No.
Yeah, absolutely not.
I'm sorry. I might have some rations.
I like rations.
No, I'll give him one of my rations.
Yeah.
He's gonna get sick.
Like I said, he's absolutely just begging like a dog right now.
Right?
Do you have any more? I didn't eat enough. Oh, you never gave me any.
He just like throws the cloth aside. Thanks, man.
Oh fuck! I deleted all my rations.
He ate them all.
Did I say one?
Now you're gonna starve, Bone Man. Sorry.
I have to. What on earth possessed you to draw that symbol in that cave?
Us?
Yes.
Well, like I said, it was another in a long line of bad decisions.
He
What
did
led to-
say that to his mother, literally.
What exactly led you to making that decision?
Nothing else was working.
Working what?
Nothing. We were trying to figure things out, and Nesgrim was being particularly brave in that moment and said that he needed to confront his fears and told Felix to draw the symbol on the ground.
Confront your fears of what?
Not
What's the best case scenario in that situation? Were you trying to summon Camilla?
Are you scared of the dark?
I'm not scared of the dark. It wasn't necessarily to face my fears. It was more to confront whatever has been plaguing my family, my mother and father, and then me.
And you thought the answers lied in that hole?
In the woods?
So part of it was when I was attempting to cast light on my shield. I also watched Ether try to cast it on his skull lamp.
It's the shadow monsters.
And I saw the shadow monster that reached out and extinguished the light, and it looked similar to the shadow that was standing behind my father.
The fuck is a shadow monster?
It's exactly what it sounds like.
A monster made of shadow.
That's bad.
A being of darkness.
Yes. That.
Okay.
And I figured if whatever was here looked similar, it had to have at least some connection. It's when I met my mother, if that being was my mother.
Your mom's a shadow monster?
Apparently.
Currently, at least.
That's really bad.
And my
Yes.
father's a vampire. It's a long story.
The fuck's a vampire?
Dead guy
dead-
eats live people.
Blood.
Blood of live people.
Blood man?
Blood.
He's a blood man. Yep.
Okay. He bites him?
Bites people, drinks their blood. You got it.
That don't say not bad. I wonder if it tastes good.
I don't think so.
You can try.
Has he always been like
I
that?
prefer if it's
Very hungry.
start eating people.
No.
He hasn't eaten much.
As long as he
sounds
doesn't
good.
eat much
Y'all
more.
look so good.
We are great.
Stop feeding him.
Don? Feed? Never.
I don't know anything about shadow monsters.
Well, they're
Know a
monsters
lot about the dark.
made of shadow.
Yeah.
They live in the dark.
Yeah. That makes sense. Wait, what? How are there shadows in the dark?
The moon sword
Moon sword.
that Vorst has.
Shiny! Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Moon sword. That's a good name, man.
Like
Well-
the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really smart. He was always the smarter one.
I think Reirda should try out the sword. He's a fighter. Certainly adept at handling one.
What do you mean try it out? Like,
Give it a few swings, see how it feels.
okay.
Forced?
And just takes the sword.
Hmm.
Shiny.
No. Nothing.
Bam, bam, bam!
Wax a nearby tree.
Nothing like uncomfortable about him holding that sword.
No, nothing happens to him. He just looks at it. I like it, dude. It's really shiny.
It's nice, right?
It fits you.
Still got this one. Show him the other one.
It's really cool.
It's the old one.
Ah, I remember that one.
Mm-hmm.
Stab that guy. It's a good stab.
It's a good sword.
Yeah. You want this back? Fuck. I liked that.
He has a sword, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It was a pretty nice sword.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was shiny. Wish I had that in the, torture chamber. Probably would have helped to stab the people hitting me.
Hey, Nazgrim,
Yes.
can you light up his sword?
Sure, hold your sword out.
Yeah, he unsheathes his long sword and just kind of holds it out.
Cast
Cast
light
light on it.
Shiny.
Oh my god. Did you make his sword?
No.
Oh.
Nazgrim is not a craftsman.
I can only make temporary light, not permanent, such as his sword.
Gotcha. This is neat though.
It is. It didn't work in the hole.
The sword?
The light.
His sword did. The light that he put on your sword did not.
Your light
Yeah, my light.
got eaten by the shadow monsters.
Right.
Yes.
You're catching on.
That's bad.
Yes.
It's very bad. You should not have been living in that hole.
It was pretty nice. Just like go to sleep and
Oh, I've just considered something bad.
What's that, Tom?
what's going on? Share.
I don't think Ether would
Shoot the
step on.
You look like you're thinking there, buddy. Bam, bam, bam.
You got any more food?
So, what if the only reason that he hasn't turned is because he was in a place that was connected to the Black Citadel, and now that we're taking him away from it, it's gonna break that connection, and he's gonna transform into a big monster?
That may be true, but he's only been in that hole for...
Yeah, he's been outside of the Citadel for a longer period
That's
of
fair.
time than he was
That's fair.
sleeping in that hole.
That's fair.
Yeah, do we he said he doesn't know how long he's been out, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's
Yeah, he
implied
said
that it was
approximately
longer than
months,
3
and he has
Yeah,
been in
he
this
implied that
area
it was
for
like
a few weeks.
3 months
Several
versus 3
moons.
weeks.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I can just do that.
What?
Transform?
Yeah, big Reirda.
You say
When you want
can
to?
as though it is a choice?
Kinda. If I get real mad.
Are you in control of it when you're mad?
Yeah.
Like you're still you?
Would-
You wouldn't attack a Vorst.
No, I've never heard Forrest.
With my memory of him, would I remember how his his temperament is in like day to day and fighting, like
Yeah.
how his temperament sits?
Yeah,
And he's not the type to get angry for any
he's
particular
a very
reason.
chill dude. Like the most laid back guy in your tribe. But when it came to fighting, it was like loyalty first.
Chill dude, vicious fighter.
Correct.
Yeah.
Speak softly. Carry a big stick.
Yeah.
Carry a big Reirda.
Big Reirda.
Is that a saying?
Could be.
It is now.
You should use it.
Yes.
All right, I'll say when I, eat faces.
Jesus Christ, Tom.
Sneeze faces.
Well, that's good to know that you become big in case we come across another thing that wants to eat me.
Yeah, I'll shake it or something.
The owlbear wanted to eat me. That was scary.
Hell bear.
Ate it.
I can turn into a bear.
What? How?
Bear.
Something I can do.
Magic.
Magic.
Oh, okay.
It's magic, Grimdark.
I got it. You just think about bears?
Yeah, basically.
Kind of.
That's awesome.
I could also turn into a fish.
Do you think about bears?
And I'm quite fond of bears. They're
Huh?
very large, strong creatures.
Like bears.
Good creatures.
Like bears.
Yes.
Yeah, bears are great.
You seem to really like bears, Reirda.
I do.
Do you like to eat bears? Have
Wonder
you
what-
eaten a bear?
Maybe rarely. Hunting
Barely.
party without one.
What?
You've barely eaten bear.
Yeah. Yeah, we would hunt.
You've eaten bear?
Yeah. The big white bears.
When you go hunting, you eat what's there.
What a coincidence.
By yourself?
No, we would have,
Hunting parties.
guys with bows and arrows and other guys with, swords like me and Borst. They stab the bear. And we would eat the bear.
Right. Good. Oh, okay.
Hope we find a bear. I haven't had bear in years. The orcs only fed me weird stuff.
To be fair, he would not be able to kill me as a bear.
That's true. What stuff did they feed you?
I don't know. They gave me weird. It was like a bowl, and it would have meat in it. They said.
So fucking funny.
Did it taste?
This guy's
Didn't you say they
serious.
tried to feed you some of your tribe?
That's what he said.
Maybe. I don't know.
Did it taste bland or fake?
No. It's really chewy.
Maybe it was boar.
Maybe it was boar.
Typically, predators have gamey meat.
Uh-huh. Tasted kind of like that.
I'm not sure if that's right, but I don't know enough about predators to dispute it.
Uh-huh. You guys are weird.
Yes.
Really nice, though.
We try to
Thank
be.
You did good, boys.
Like I said, I didn't pick them.
Yeah. That's all right.
You rarely do.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even pick you guys.
That's right.
But we picked you up out of that hole.
Yeah, you did.
I want to drive home. Never return to that hole.
No, I don't want to go back there.
Good.
Do you want to go back there?
No.
Okay, good.
I think
Thank
he's scared
God.
of the dark.
I'm scared of that hole.
The dark.
Not a
to
whole
go in
man.
there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a hole man myself.
Were you ever a whole man?
I'm more of a mound man.
God.
Excuse me.
What?
You know, burial mounds. I would prefer to bury someone in a burial mound as opposed to in a burial hole. That's what I'm
Your
saying.
father was certainly in a hole.
He was.
Sarcophagus.
A whole lot
Maybe
of
what
trouble.
was.
Yeah, my father may or may not have risen from the dead.
What?
Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal.
Oh, okay.
Hope it's fine. Don't worry about it, man.
Guess
Compared
that's
to
fine.
everything else, it's pretty refreshing and mild.
Yes.
That vampire.
Really not the
Yes,
worst thing.
Blood man.
Bloodman.
Right.
Okay. Do you like see him? Still?
Mm-mm.
Why don't you talk to your dad?
Hey, Pop. That's why.
Hello?
Oh, he's not here.
Yes.
Because he's dead and then undead.
Undead.
Yes, the blood man.
Okay. I'm not gonna ask anymore.
He hasn't seen him in a while.
Since before he died.
Okay.
He does not know where he is.
Perhaps Corin could answer some questions you may have.
He's undad.
That was a good one.
Just actually killed DJ.
Yeah, right.
It's the funniest thing he's ever heard.
Oh my god.
It's a
That was
pun
gold.
layered
Right.
with a dad joke.
Mm-hmm.
It's the epitome of a DJ joke.
Mm-hmm. So I will say, in terms of the remaining hours worth of exploration, those rolls are things that we can easily expedite and resolve in terms of off-camera afterwards. I would
Yep.
rather get through additional things.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are going to continue to traverse through carefully and cautiously in an area that is pretty undisturbed as you traverse eastwards. If there is anything else you guys would like to do in that interim of the 5 hours before it begins to get to the point where you would need to prepare to make camp, that I would like to know. But if not, we would get to that point, make camp at the edge of the Fellwood, and then consider what you guys want to do.
I think I would probably just walk till we camp.
Possibly keep an eye out for anything to eat for dinner on the way.
For
Just
hunting?
looking for more herbs.
Sure. Yeah,
As well.
I'll let you do the smell check in terms of seeing whether or not you could detect anything in the area, and good boy. You got a friend now. You got a good friend.
It's an 18 on the die.
Yeah, you got a
dirty
20. You got a 23 for your party member.
Good. Yeah, over there.
Dear.
Yep.
Yeah, I like stew. I made a good stew.
Should
Try
I
one more.
Should I make more?
Yeah, we're gonna go get the deer.
Okay. I'll prepare my cooking utensils and things.
Okay.
This is where we're camping.
I would say that this would be occurring right at the edge of the Fellwood, so sure, we can resolve that and then
Yeah.
resolve your camp and things like that. Yeah, that sounds like satisfactory to me.
Should we do this old fashioned?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take my pack off, leave it at camp.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna leave my shield and my sword at camp.
Mm-hmm. He just kind of cracks his knuckles.
Yeah.
You see him just like very swiftly and suddenly drop to all fours and begin like rushing to the right, like leaping very quick out to the right side to attempt to flank this deer.
I'll go ahead and shift and go left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you see as he doesn't shift, he maintains what he looks like, but he moves surprisingly swiftly, faster than you recall him moving. Yeah, no, I'm gonna say that you two guys are very well practiced in this, and you guys exquisitely hunt down this deer together. And a few moments pass by, and you see Vorst and Reirda stepping back with this freshly caught large buck once more. He's got one half, you've got the other in your arms.
Nicely done.
Yeah, dude, you too.
You still got it?
Yeah. Stew man.
That is me.
That's what I'm gonna call you now.
Okay,
Stew man. Can you make stew?
I can.
Oh, thank God. I would have been so sad if you couldn't.
No, I can.
Yeah. Yeah. You begin prepping the deer for dinner. Anything you guys want to do?
I'll take the antlers again and
Sure.
just carve some small tools
Okay.
out of them.
Okay.
I'll begin making our
Igloo.
Yeah. Accommodating for one extra.
Yeah, he would begin helping you.
Yeah.
So the rate at which he would be able to help you is sufficient to be able to accommodate the additional person.
Cool.
Yeah. You guys begin preparing and start to settle in. Again, I do not know if there's anything you guys want to do before you begin to prepare for your long rest for the evening.
I think once dinner's ready, I would want to sit down and have that talk if we need to.
I would also, once we start making camp, set out the old hide
Okay.
as well as the new one.
Sure. Try to dry out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm
absolutely.
assuming there's like the hour that we were there was not enough time to.
No, not to sufficiently
Yeah.
fully dry it out. No, not remotely. Yeah,
Set that out to dry overnight.
very good. Don't know what anybody else wants to do.
I would for sure like to Reirda and Vorst with the igloo.
Cool. Yeah, very good.
Set up camp.
Yeah, absolutely. You can make another intelligence check, Paul, to continue to learn to become an expert in iglooing. But then, otherwise, I don't know what
So it's a 13.
13? Yeah, I'll say that you continue to learn. You are definitively beneficial. I mean, especially with the last check that you made was such a positive. You're able to assist effectively at the same rate that they are able to do it.
Okay, good.
But yeah, I don't know whether or not anybody has anything they would like to do. If not, we would resolve dinner, resolve our long rest, and begin in the morning. But if anybody has anything they want to do in that interim, now is the time.
You guys want to talk about anything over dinner or no?
It's up to you guys. Many things have happened. I'm not saying you guys have to talk about anything. I'm not saying you guys don't have a chance to talk about things. That is entirely up to you guys. You are the party.
I think I'm good, actually. Probably just like to go to bed.
Are you well, my friend?
I have seen some terrible things today, but I have
More so
seen
than regular?
more so than regular, but less so than. It has been a strange several days since we have all met.
Yes.
So, no worse than any of the other horrors that I have seen recently, I suppose.
Nothing that'll keep you up at night?
I
hope.
Well, I don't sleep very much anyway, but yes.
That's
I
good.
certainly hope not.
Just I worry for your sanity sometimes. With some of the things that you were forced to see in your line of work.
Yes. I have been doing it long enough that those things tend not to bother me quite as much. I feel safe in my visions. This was certainly different in the sense that I felt more vulnerable and was not sure how to get out.
Not a vision.
No.
No,
Yeah.
it's definitely worse than a vision.
I am not afraid of death. I would not have made the bargain to save Maribel's life if I was. But I am not finished with what I must do before that happens, so I was concerned.
That's fair. You do have a great deal of things left unfinished.
Indeed.
You know, nudge Retora. It's a lot of things that need to be taken care of.
That is for sure.
The list grows.
Yes.
It does.
I too have seen some interesting things today. As you can assume. We saw my kin in the hole there. And I'll pull the mask out again and pop it on my knee. This is told me to keep it.
A blessing?
An inheritance.
One could only be so lucky.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Does it fit?
I've yet to put it on yet. That day will come. I did find out something very interesting. She apologized to me.
For what? For what has happened to you?
For a gift that she had given me. Not this. A gift since my birth.
Your bloodline?
Yes. Now look at my hands.
Mm-hmm.
You know her claws?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That is in my future? I fear that if we don't complete this task, this cleansing, that her future might be mine. I think that is the sickness that has been told to me by a few others.
We all have dangerous futures ahead should we not succeed. But
Yes.
so does this place, the world. A lot of people relying on our success, including ourselves.
It's keeping me going.
I can't help but think the cathedral knows what's happening outside the city walls.
Maybe not the whole story, but at least a part of it, yes.
So then the question is, are they working against it in secret, or do they not care? Or, the alternative, are they working with what's happening outside the walls?
I think the cathedral knows more than they're letting on for sure. Camilla also told us that Ostador still remains.
He's probably at the Black Citadel, I would imagine.
No,
In the city.
beneath Oshuamp.
Right?
Is that word orc? What?
Oshuamp?
No.
Ostador?
It's a name.
Orc, what?
Ostador.
He is a hero, folktale. A man who walked before us long ago.
That's not orc?
Have you heard that word often in the Citadel?
I thought it was orc.
I'm gonna think on that. Is it a orc? No?
It's not.
Was it used often?
Shaman said it, and the Adrian guy said it.
What
Is
if
that who he was looking for?
That's why he wanted the dagger. He said the only skin that it hadn't dried yet was that thing, the Ostador.
is Ostador the rotting one?
No, he wants Ostador. The rotting one wants him.
It wants his skin.
Shamans used to say, never, it was never whole again.
Now correct me if I'm wrong, the Doom Hall and the Plagueborn are at war with one another.
Yes.
The Plagueborn, we connected to worshipping the rotting one,
Yes.
but then the Doom Hall is working with Adrian to give Ostador to the rotting one?
You said whole again?
Yeah.
Missing a piece.
Shamans always said this world's not whole anymore.
Like there is something missing.
Yeah. Broken pieces missing.
Things that are here but incomplete.
Yeah. Kind of like that, I guess.
Which means they used to be whole.
They're missing something.
Yeah. I don't know.
Perhaps in order for them to finally put this dispute to a rest, they wish to fight one another.
We know that the rotting one wants to restore itself.
They have a champion of their own,
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
perhaps.
I think we have 2 enemies.
We have a lot of enemies.
Well,
Victoria is right. We simply have 2 enemies.
We also, if Osador is alive in the city of Oshuamp, that means we may potentially have a very strong ally as well.
I don't know if Osador is alive or if his soul is trapped here.
Damnation is a hell of a thing.
Shamans also used to say that souls can, walk separate from the body. Go on like journeys, I guess. Like go wandering.
Like an out-of-body experience.
Kind of like that, I guess, yeah.
Somewhat similar to what Ether does.
Your soul leaves your body.
He is a wanderer.
I am a wanderer. I suppose it is possible that my soul leaves my body. I am not 100% certain on the process.
It was something that Adrian implied.
Yes.
Sounds kind of like it.
The reason for the candles.
Yes, so there's no collision.
Would it be possible for you to... I understand you need the bones and the bodies for the rituals. If you had the soul, could you work it in reverse? Would you be able to find the body the soul belongs to?
And place the soul back in the body?
Maybe just even find it.
I'm not sure.
Where would he get a soul?
Yes.
Maybe if the soul is trapped in a place where it can be found.
Possibly. I'm not sure.
I guess if the world's not whole, maybe people aren't whole.
Perhaps.
That's a very profound thing you've just said, Reirda.
Thanks.
Pumpkin.
Interesting theory.
I don't
Wouldn't
know.
you agree, Yalum Lo?
How do you mean?
Take this microphone.
Aren't you not whole?
I mean,
Or you're Ikorum?
not in me alone, but completed at the birth of my brother. In him, the other half. The twin soul.
I don't know if any of us are whole.
What if we're all just looking for our quorum?
What?
Spirit.
Oh, okay.
It's a guardian spirit.
Oh, okay.
Protector.
Yeah. Okay.
Like a spirit animal?
Yeah.
Yours seems to be a bear.
That makes sense. For why there's always this bear.
Excuse me?
What?
Bear.
What bear?
I'm fucking with you, man. Wow.
If that were true, our guardian, protector, other half, I'd say it was quite likely that I've just found mine. Taken care of me on that one night, protected me.
Kind of like a
is
bear.
Separated.
Kind of like a bear.
Yeah.
Divorced is most likely a wolf.
Bear. Wolf bear.
Bear wolf.
Barely a wolf. Wolfly a bear.
Well,
I don't know.
I also could not help but think that when we were escaping from that place, the image of my hand breaking the surface and the snow falling down, I couldn't help but think back to what we saw with Melithel and Melicy.
Father?
No, the stone falling.
In their
Have a
vision?
vision of your father's hands breaking through earth.
Or was it your mother's hands?
Mother's hand out of the burial mound.
The one with Melithel.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think on that for a minute.
It might be unrelated, but
I don't think it was that vision, but you had the
Yeah.
vision in the past of your mother's arms breaking through.
Yeah.
Grabbing your dad.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you do today?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, the vision I saw with Melithel and Melicy was when my dad's tomb opened.
Tomb opening.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. 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 I don't know.
Yes, but that image is stuck with me. My hand breaking through the ground, perhaps something else broke through the ground and brought what was above it down to it. Similar to the snow falling through the hole in that place.
Perhaps.
Maybe there's areas where the connection between this place and that place are thinner. Perhaps those connections are the connection to a prison.
these places seem like they may overlap.
They probably do. This
I think that's why Camilla was able to follow us.
this clay is faintly a prison. What if that place is...
What'd you say?
This clay is faintly a prison.
Shamans used to say that. They would talk about, when they would, smoke in the prayer hut and they would start walking. They said this world wasn't the world, That this world was just kind of like a prison for them. And they were trying to break out of it.
See other planes,
Planes.
Other worlds.
other worlds,
I don't
those
know.
that overlap ours.
I don't know.
What if those places are the prisons of the Citadel? They did say they would put Reirda did say they'd place him in a room similar. What
Would
if
be
there's...
strange to imprison someone outside of the prison.
Yes.
Unless all of those spaces are connected and they are all one collective prison.
I'm saying if this place is the prison and he was being placed
Into a-
outside of this place into somewhere else.
It could be a prison within a prison. That seems silly, I know, but not impossible. I've never been to prison, but I imagine that not everyone in prison behaves well.
It's a prison.
What are these things creating these keys? Bestowing power.
Do you think this was their plan?
I think that they are beyond what we understand.
Beyond our comprehension, I agree.
Perhaps that is the meaning. That
Like
there is something
trapped?
more than what we can see and perceive in this place.
These would be good questions
Maybe,
for us to raise.
I don't know.
Ether,
Yes.
you are the only wanderer here. Similar to his They're shamans. Outside of this supposed prison. The place that you go, you related to death.
Yes.
And you said that when we spoke with Laverna, you said that the gods are gone.
They are. I do not know why, but they are. There is nothing there.
If they were there, what would they be like?
I'm not sure.
What sort of power would they have?
I don't know.
You believe they were once there?
Yes. Someone had to be there. At some point.
Ether, I can't help but wonder what you would see if you did a vision for our friend Reirda.
Pain,
I'm sure.
more than likely.
I'm sure lots of pain and anguish and
Probably darkness.
horrible things, but if there's one thing I've come to know, it's sometimes horrible things give you the most information.
The connection between here and that place feels very thin.
Yes.
I don't think it is wise to be poking around there.
No, I do not wish for my soul to be caged.
How do you see stuff?
A ritual with herbs and a trinket or bone belonging to the person.
It does some of that hot stuff you were talking about.
Yes.
The hot stuff.
Yes.
With bones?
Yes.
He can also use just a drop of blood.
That's really strange.
It is, yes.
None of the shamans, saw into a person's life.
What would the shaman see?
They talk about other places. Really pretty places that they would walk in their dreams.
Nothing we've seen could be described as pretty.
They would see old stuff. Like they would go back and see the woods.
Places that once were.
Yeah.
Similar to what we saw with Melisy and Melifel.
History.
The past.
Yeah.
Their own past, or the past of those with them? Or a different past altogether?
Different. I mean, they were old, but they didn't live real long. Most of them were, maybe 60, 70 years old. And they would talk about stuff from real long ago.
You hung out near these huts.
Yeah, it was really fucked up outside.
Do you know what they used? Did you ever see what they used?
Could you identify the herbs by smell?
I don't mean the herbs.
Oh.
If Ether uses herbs and bones to see the dead,
What did they need?
what did they use to see beyond their own past?
Yeah.
Did you ever see it?
They had a thing. It was like a jug. I don't know what was in it. Smelled really bad.
Like a water skin?
No, it was bigger. I don't know where they got it from.
Did they ever talk about this jug?
I mean, they would talk about the water that was in it. They called it water, but it didn't smell like water.
What did it smell like?
It smelled like blood. Kinda. It was weird. I don't know.
Pull my vial out of that pouch that I got from the orc.
Huh?
Pop the top.
Huh? That
This?
smells really nice. No. That smells way too clean.
So it was like this, but the opposite.
I mean, it was really... They called it water. I didn't really see it. I also don't know if it was actually what was in the jug, you know? Like, they were inside. I'd smell a bunch of different herbs and stuff that they would start burning. And then I would smell blood. And they talked about this, I don't know, like pitcher or something.
You said you caught some of this ritual from outside the tent.
Yeah, the smoke would kind of billow out from the sides and the top.
Did you ever see anything?
When I would dream?
Yes.
Yeah, all kinds of weird stuff.
What sorts of things? What was your favorite one?
Oh,
Or the one you remember most?
I remember seeing this really weird looking short guy with a long beard. Had a big big like hammer. And he said it wasn't. Oh man. That something was wrong here, but that he could fix it.
Was he underground?
I think so. He was building something.
What did the thing he was building look like? Like a house?
No, it was big stone thing. Looked like a face.
A statue, maybe?
A sculpture of some sort.
No, it was like a face in a wall. But where the mouth was, there was a door.
An entrance.
I guess, yeah.
And he thought there was something wrong with the entrance.
Yeah, he said it wasn't safe enough. I don't know.
Did he say anything else about it?
Something almost got out.
Like this was someplace that was holding something back.
I guess.
Interesting.
I mean, called it. Oh man. It was a weird word again, kind of like that Ostador word, but not Ostador.
Oshuamp.
No. That sounds orc.
It is.
Okay. Hey, I'm learning.
Lorst, do you have that map that you were given? Perhaps those foreign words will jog his memory.
We'll say you show him the map.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of looks at it real quick. Watch as he just kind of like turns his head slightly and then looks up towards the top. Hast Drukar? Sounded like that.
Was it smoky?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's odd. We were actually planning on stopping by there.
What?
Astukar. We were asked to go by Arthur for the blueprints and plans.
Felfarthen.
It's so far.
What am I thinking of, Astukar?
Ostrikar is where Camilla's at.
Is that where the rotten one is?
No, he's in Neverenter.
No, Hastukar was where the first Crusader people met their end, right?
So, Hashdrukar is Ash Hall. You
That's
guys were
okay.
told.
I knew it was.
So
You
sits in
guys
the
were
Ash
told
Woods,
that it
right?
is dwarvish, that it was, yes, in the Ash Woods to the north, that it was a dwarven kingdom that was decimated long ago,
Right.
and that you were told by Iris that it is dangerous out that way. You were also told, yes, that the area known as Rick Iceland? I forget. Hold on.
Yeah, it's a while back in my notes. I might still have it.
Fan Ace Leeson means killing fields, which, yes, is outside of Hashdrukar, and that is where there is the Great Burial Mounds. It literally means the killing field.
The water that they used that evening,
Mm-hmm.
do you recall before the dreams? Did they speak of where it came from?
Yeah, they said it was a weird lake thing.
A lake.
Yeah, it wasn't by home.
In the north, presumably.
Yeah, out here, yeah. They
I
said
only know of two, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They would trade for it. You know, give like pelts and stuff for whatever it was.
I have that there's a memorial
Hmm?
at Hashdrukar.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter's Folly? Perhaps?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds about right. They said they would trade pelts and stuff when we would go into the city. We would bring furs and pelts and, you know, bone stuff, and then we would trade for the water and other food supplies, and the shamans would want the water from Hunter's Folly. That's a weird lake, I guess.
It's a blessed place.
Oh. That's good.
That water did smell normal. Not dirty, as Reirda described it.
We've not been
We
there.
haven't been there yet.
You haven't
Oh,
been to
I'm
Hunter's Folly.
I'm thinking of the Fisher, yeah.
We weren't there either.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind, I'm thinking of the lake at Malithil then.
Correct.
There we go.
Is that a good lake?
I think so.
It's good.
Isn't there a story about that lake?
Uh-huh.
Noises
Uh-huh.
in the water.
Uh-huh.
Perhaps
The gate to the realm of the dead.
connected to the waters.
With some ice and screaming figures and souls, perhaps.
Maybe souls of those
Trapped.
who died up here in the north.
Like a well of souls.
If the visions that they had that evening or of someone who once lived here in the past? If there are truly souls in that water, perhaps that is what one might find wandering with a soul instead of bones and blood.
I think so.
I guess. It sounds really fucking weird. Kind of scary. How's that stew coming along, buddy?
It's great.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Is the food ready? Can we eat?
Yeah, it's probably.
Yeah, it's ready.
It's probably good. It's probably great.
Shaman said that was one of the places where the world was still broken.
Did they ever say why they wanted visions of this place from the past?
They were trying to put it back together. Something like that.
Looking to the past,
Yeah, see where the broken spots were. To try to...
where they came from. See if they could repair what others failed to fix themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if these things that they saw were the byproduct of those that failed to do what we now seek to do.
A collective of past groupings trying to complete the prophecy.
The ones that came before us?
Yes.
Do you think that lake is the same one where we saw Malo retrieve Yalumlo's silver thread?
It is not.
No.
That was near my home, which is not in the north.
Oh. I've always wondered what makes our souls stay inside of us. You know?
It's a really intriguing question.
Shamans used to say that's why we weren't ever whole, you know? Because it was like it didn't belong to us.
The soul or the body?
I don't know. Never really made much sense to me. Like we weren't supposed to be here. But we're here. I think that's why they said that this was like a prison. And they were always trying to figure how to get out.
Maybe if the prophecy is completed, we'll answer that question.
Break the cycle.
Mm-hmm.
If
Exactly.
This is a prison. Who designed it? And why?
To be found out.
I mean,
And who are the jailers?
I'm no shaman. My body has felt like mine until recently.
It was until it wasn't.
Same.
Yes, but these words were spoken by those who had known other lives through these visions.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah, they said the more they walked, the more it felt like they weren't just one person anymore.
Like they'd lived these other lives.
Kinda, yeah.
Ether's that an experience you can relate to.
Is it?
Presumably.
I mean, I think that's your character. You've witnessed the
Live.
deaths and lives of so many people. How do you philosophically interpret that?
You did experience it. Did you always experience it in first person too?
I guess so. Yeah.
That's up to you and Aether's.
I mean, if you think about the fact that, like, I obviously physically have not seen the lives of countless people, but he clearly has. So seeing those vulnerable moments from all of those people, I would imagine, yes, would probably have a profound effect of, like, having experienced
Remembrance.
that
Yeah.
and the moment of death a lot.
Like, you've died so many times already.
Yes.
I actually have died.
It's true.
But I have seen it.
It's as though you are connected to those that lived those moments.
Yes.
Does your connection to them stay after your vision fades?
No. I either escort them or I banish them.
Banish?
Yes.
What does that mean?
If you're a bad person, you will not be able to rest when you die.
Why do you get to do that?
Someone has to. I was taught how, and the gods do not do their job anymore.
Who the fuck taught you something like that?
A shaman from my home.
I don't understand. Hard to say what you're even doing then. But you see them die?
I see the moment that led to their death, the decision that caused them to end up where they are. Not necessarily the moment of death, but the action that they took that led to it. Yes. Sometimes I do see them die. Depends on the soul.
What does the soul look like?
Like the person that it was, but sort of wispy. Ethereal.
What if the same souls are being reused in bodies?
Reincarnation?
Similar?
An uncommonly held belief.
And we do know of at least 2 women with very bright red hair. Isabel and the other one.
I don't know her name.
But you know who I'm talking about.
The person that the month is named after.
Yes.
Person of the month is named.
Yeah, John.
Person of the month is named.
I don't remember her name.
Elsith?
Elsith?
Elsith.
Uh-huh.
Was she the fiery one?
And perhaps the souls influence influence there it is.
Literally the title of the first episode was The First of Elsith.
No, it was the last light
The last
of Dumar.
no. What was wasn't there the first of something?
It was the first of Elsith is
Yeah.
the next day.
But the title is
I will tell you that you are correct, and you should think about what occurred earlier tonight. For the last light of Dumar.
I thought you were gonna say something.
Oh, I am.
Who's Dumar?
Uh-huh.
What is What is?
The first of Elsith.
Yes.
The sky goes completely black.
Raven sky.
We have... Yes.
The stars.
We'll come back to that. We'll circle back around. We'll bring you up to speed.
Horse, what is he talking about?
It's a day of the year.
Did
So,
not see the
An
star. The night-
astral event.
I've lived out here all my life.
They have days of the week there. They have... Every moon is a month.
Okay,
No.
go ahead.
And they're named different things.
Does the sky not go dark
What
once
if
a
it's...
year for you?
No,
At the start of winter?
no.
It was not very long ago.
Like a matter of days?
No.
Lors, does that not happen in where you're from?
So,
Is that something that I explicitly experienced in Oshuamp and not in the woods?
Uh-huh.
Oh no!
so what if...
Oh
I thought that was-
The
We will
last-
end there.
Oh God!
What?
Oh God!
I hope you all have had a wonderful episode.
Right on the verge of solving it, John.
Write it down, DJ.
It was right there.
Write it down.
Oh, and on the night you found Malo, my good friend.
Uh-huh.
We know when that was.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, yay! Yuletide blessings.
Yuletide blessings. Well, friends, thank you very much for watching the episode. I hope you had a good time. This is our last episode of Oshuamp before the holiday break, where we'll be returning in early January. We have one more episode of the campaign that we run on Fridays, The Lost Kings of Edoras, as well as a holiday one-shot on Sunday evening at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So bring your bits to Bane DJ out of existence.
Do you want me to show my current Banes to chat?
Yeah, please.
What would the holiday equivalent be? Cheer and
Merry Babies.
Cheer and cry.
cry.
This is our current Bane
Presents and
total.
coal, maybe? I don't know.
Ooh, presents and coal.
Presents and coal.
I don't know if that's
Yeah,
visible.
cheer and
Yeah.
coal.
But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching tonight, and we will see you on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Good night. We're definitely not all cursed.
Good night,
Bye, friends.
Scary City.
Good night.
Bye.